Well, McDerrick, I have to thank you so much for taking control of the finances of Japan Time.
That's right. Cheers to that.
Thank you.
It's nice for somebody very responsible taking control. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
And this guy over here would embezzle everything.
And of course,
And
Japan Time starts
there we
now.
go.
What is up, everybody? Hello and welcome to the Japan Time Summer Game Fest Extravaganza. It is Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. I'm your host, as always, Rogers Base. I'm currently recovering from a lot of yelling from this morning's Nintendo Direct, and so I'm going to rely on a lot of my co-hosts this week. First and foremost, of course, the one, the only, the man with the plan, Dirty Dan Shofu. What's up, Shofu?
Xbox One,
Xbox.
Xbox Two,
Listen,
Xbox 3. We the Xbox crew.
the newest member of the Xbox crew, Shofu. That's me.
Yeah, let's go.
They don't got Smash
Me
on
and McDerrick running it up. Oh God.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify for everybody listening to the show right now that during the pre-show, Shofu said he is going to buy an Xbox after what was shown in the Xbox Game Showcase. I want somebody 4 months from now to come back to this episode when he says he hasn't bought that Xbox yet.
I'm
I don't
buying
even know
it.
what that soundbite was. What was that?
Shofu is many things, but a liar he is not.
LARPer.
That's true.
How am I LARPing for playing video games, bruh?
You're not a LARPer. And someone who's certainly not a LARPer for playing video games, we have Tito, the #1 Lao Face fan. How are you, Tito? Welcome, welcome.
All I know, I was starving. I was
Oh,
hungry.
you fool now, my brother.
you know what I'm saying? I was starving. I was going hungry. And now the streets they eating.
Hell yeah.
Someone else is
bless.
eating this week. We got the one and only Mr. Coastword. What's up, Coastword?
Hey, PlayStation gamers, Xbox gamers, Nintendo gamers, PC gamers,
Yeah.
Steam Deck gamers,
Yeah.
Virtual Boy gamers.
What else?
Go.
Soldier Boy gamers.
What else?
Right.
Wait.
Nintendo
Yeah.
64
Keep going.
gamers. We had Donkey Kong 64
That's it.
and
That's
64.
it.
Don't just sit
Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
if it's not for Ghost.
All right. Next up, we got McDerrick. What's up, McDerrick? Mr. TMNT Rise of the
My
Ronin. made me jump out of my
Xbox Pro
seat.
member.
And we out here on Xbox, and we fucking eat.
We-
Let me tell you,
We out here on Xbox, I'm telling you.
that was like, we'll get to it, but oh my, we eat. And I'm doing well.
We'll get
I
to it.
really, I don't want to wish for it, obviously, but it would be really funny if Shofu plays one Xbox game and he comes back on the podcast. He goes, "Man, that shit was trash."
That shit was ass.
Well, someone who is never trash, our resident gentleman, the one and only Viram. Hello, Viram. Hope you've had a lovely Summer Game Fest week. How are you, buddy?
It has been most splendid. My heart is full. My soul is rejuvenated. My excitement levels are high. And the vibes are immaculate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And someone else whose vibes are immaculate, we've got Zeph. What's up, Zeph? How are you, buddy?
Okay, hi.
Okay.
Right on, right on. So here's how we're going to do it this week. What in the world? Please, let's. I can't handle this early in the show. There's too many
Y'all
sound bites this early
cousin
in the show. I'm
fuckers.
trying. Let's not. I don't want to be part of any of this. So what we're doing today is we're talking about Summer Game Fest. Obviously, there were lots of presentations from the Summer Game Fest opening, Xbox Game Showcase, State of Play, Nintendo Direct. There is so much stuff to talk about. And because of that, and we don't want to be here for like 4 or 5 hours talking about everything, we figured that what we'll do is we'll go one by one. Actually, I say we. I actually decided this right before the show. We're going to go one by one in Discord order, and each person talks about one game that they're interested in. We're going to do this in order until everybody is out of games that they want to talk about. And if someone's yapping for too long, Shofu, what is the sound clip we're going to play?
Oh, I got you, bro.
Oh, I thought it was. Wait, is it not?
Correct.
Why would you play that?
That's the one. That's the one. We're gonna play the draft sound.
Stop
exactly.
yapping and
So
show
that's
us your
what's
meat,
gonna
or I'm
happen.
gonna
the,
pass
the
out.
only thing
Yeah,
I
if the draft
request,
sound, maybe let's
is,
go with the draft sound instead.
please make that. I hope that's royalty free because oh my god, if I get
The draft sound.
No, the draft sound
It's
is
fine.
definitely
It's fine.
royalty
It's fine.
free.
It's fine.
The
It's
draft
fine.
sound is fine.
All right.
Yeah, draft sound's totally fine. So we're gonna get started. Tino, I'm gonna start with you. One game that excited you
Oh,
this Summer
God,
Game
don't
Fest,
start with
and we'll all have a discussion about it.
There's like 3, so I guess I'll just kick it off first with the 20, basically the first 20 minutes of God of War Lao Fei. Because I think that's kind of why I was like, why is the game starting and it's like black for 30 seconds basically? And I was like, oh, it's literally they're just
that
playing the
shit
beginning of the game.
actually pissed me off, bro. Why did it take them so long to start the fucking trailer, dog?
No, because that's probably literally what happens after you press start.
No,
Like,
that's the
I was sure
PlayStation 5 loading. In the
I was
fucking
getting
game.
mad, bro.
Yeah,
I
probably
said, bro,
literally-
what the fuck?
They just played the first 20 minutes of the game, which is like fine. I think in general, obviously I'm excited, more so excited for the lore implications of this game because I do think that I don't think this has any bearing on God of War 3 or whatever. It's like I don't think this is God of War 3. I think this is like a side companion game that will accompany the story and obviously will be important. But I don't think this is gonna mean we're not getting the next Kratos game for like 5 years. I think we're getting it in the next 2 to 3 very easily. I'm just very excited. As a sidebar, because I know I'm not the only person who likes God of War here, obviously, but it is probably my favorite game of all time.
I actually didn't know that. Have you mentioned?
Yeah,
that
it's like this or Hades 1, like one of the two. Like, I think that as somebody who, especially given the fact that we saw Wolverine at the beginning, I can understand the feeling, especially when watching a lot of the gameplay that people were expressing, especially on the internet, about this particular style of combat. I will say how those people feel about this type of gameplay is exactly how I feel about like Souls likes. Where if I wanted to, I could be reductive about it, but I'm not an asshole. So like I'm very happy about the game. I think her movement is crazy. I think she plays way different than Kratos. Obviously, she fucking jumps and does like air combos. She's like an anime character. Like it's sick.
Dante-esque.
She's yeah, bro.
Is
Literally,
there
like
No,
that first shit-
Nero-esque.
Yeah, Nero. That's a better. Yeah,
Nero.
yeah. She's way more like. She's very clearly so much different, personality wise than Kratos. I'm interested to see like why their relationship was so successful and worked. Like I'm just interested to learn a lot about her, and I love this actress. I love Deborah Ann. Like she's the GOAT. So I'm just very excited for this game, and I freaked out. And they showed 20 minutes. They didn't have to do that though. They didn't have to. Even I'll be like 20 minutes is a lot. You didn't have to.
I actually thought it was pretty good the way they decided to do that, though, because I think we even talked about this after the State of Play was over. I hopped in the little Japan time call, and I want to say McDareth and Viram and Coast, weren't you guys in here during that little call where we were talking after the State of Play, and we were mentioning that, like, all of the time during these presentations, we get these CG trailers that mean nothing for a game that's going to come out way later. And so actually, like, getting solid gameplay, even if it was just the opening of the game and it didn't need to be that long, I thought it was cool because there was constantly new stuff happening. We got some cool new characters. We got the other gods of war. We got Frank the Ice Cube, voiced by the guy from The Boys.
Yeah,
you know, there's A lot of weird stuff going on in that. What do you guys think is going on with the cube? Because I heard some people say they think he's Atreus.
No, that's no.
No, let me clarify. Not Loki Atreus. Kratos' friend Atreus.
Yes, I know what you're saying, and I don't think so. I think
aren't they voiced by the same guy?
No.
No.
Yeah. Jack Quaid voices them both.
Jack Quaid does not voice Atreus.
I guarantee.
No, you're thinking not Atreus, Kratos' son. Atreus, the man that Kratos served with, that he named Atreus.
He named his son after. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That is correct.
People were telling me about it. Yeah.
I don't know what other Atreus that would be. I don't know much.
So Atreus, Loki, Kratos' son, is named after a fellow soldier that Kratos served with in the Spartan War.
Right, Atreus.
And we learn that in the end of God of War 1. He just tells him why he was named Atreus. Because we find out his name is Loki, and he tells him, like, why'd you name me Atreus? And he tells him, and that's where that fucking the 8-bit, 16-bit game is.
Right. That's where that takes place.
But we knew, but we knew that Atreus as a character is his boy is named after this guy.
Right.
And they're both voiced by Jack Quaid. So
correct.
It's probably Atreus, right? That's who it probably is. I don't know, man. I'm more interested in the fact that I think that that literally Faye is going to go into purgatory and probably murder upwards of 10 gods of war. That's sick to me. Like her whole story is just gonna be her fucking up other pantheons gods of war that are dead. That's fire.
You have to assume the final boss is going to be Ares.
It's got to be Ares. So it doesn't have to be, but it'd be really cool to be Ares.
I think the setting of the game is incredibly cool. Just the way that they've expressed it with so many like multiple different mythologies all coming together in this one purgatory space is so cool.
Okay, hard read. I think she pulls a Kratos in God of War 2.
Where she comes back to life.
I think she literally climbs out of the underworld and climbs out and comes back to life. I think that's.
Do you think that happens at the end of this game or the end of the next game? Basically?
I think it happens at the end of this game, but she doesn't. I think she's alive by the end of this game, but Kratos and Atreus, and specifically Kratos, doesn't learn that until either his game, like halfway through, or even the next. Mm-hmm. I think Atreus finds out that Faye is alive before Kratos.
I could see that being the case.
Because Faye being dead is such a part of Kratos' identity, and her being, but more so than Atreus, because Atreus was young. So, but like, who Kratos is now is very much shaped by Faye, like, and her coming back. Like, there's no way this game ends with like, yo, I'm just fucking like gonna just be dead for like that's ass. You're not gonna make all those models.
Also, the music was really good too. Not only was the setting cool with all the mythologies, but I thought the music was great that we heard so far.
But yeah, I'm just excited to play it. That's all I gotta say.
Right on.
Is the story of God of War not important?
It's the most important.
It is very important.
Yeah, it's like that's the reason you play it.
So why isn't anybody talking about how fucking stupid that entire situation she was in the beginning of that video was?
What do you mean?
She got captured. Oh my god, when I get out of here, I'll kill you. They throw her in jail. She gets out very easily. I didn't necessarily like any of that.
What don't you like about it?
I'm threw her in jail.
Yeah.
A fucking sword in a fucking cube lands in her fucking head. She breaks out of jail in 2 seconds.
Well, they don't know who she is. They have no idea who the fuck she is.
Listen, man.
They should also maybe not place explosive next to fucking jail cells.
Okay, well now do you see what I'm saying? What the fuck is all that, bro? That's not believable in any sense at all to me. I don't think. I mean, I'm not nitpicking, but I might be overanalyzing. But goddamn, bro, I mean, at least make the situation she in believable, bro.
Yeah, I can't suspend that part though, because
I don't want to. I can't do that. I can't do that.
But that just feels like video. That just feels like video. Like that would be like me. Like I'm playing James Bond, and I'm like, wow, this guy happens to be on his phone, fucking off on the side. Clearly,
yeah, I would mention that too.
Yeah, but like that, some of that's just like video game storytelling shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that does not have to be present, bro. I gotta be fucking stupid to enjoy this story. No, I'm not about to do that.
I actually
I'm
do
not
have
about
a
to-
question.
I'm not about to ignore all the dumb shit I see.
I saw a bunch of people who were like complaining that, oh, the model in the game doesn't look as pretty as the actual actress. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? She like died of sickness, right? She essentially was like a cancer patient or something, right?
Who? Lao Fei?
Faye, yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't she died.
Well, I
She
think
died of like an illness.
the implication is that Odin had something to do with her death. But made her sick.
Like poisoned her or something.
Like poisoned her or cursed her
put the
or
tumor
something.
in her head type thing.
Yeah, something. Like
Right,
that is
also a lot of people shouting that into the vacuum are 99% incels and just.
But that's what I'm saying.
crazy.
It was stupid because I was like, I get it somewhat from these idiots when they're like talking about a character that isn't even based on anybody. But when this is clearly based on like a very pretty, objectively pretty actress, you're like, what are you talking about, man?
Deborah Ann Wool is gorgeous, and she's also an incredible actress. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
so,
I don't.
And also, we literally pick her up from the moment she dies.
That's
she's
my point.
dead.
It's like she's dying of an illness, and people were like, "Oh, but her makeup isn't perfect." I was like, "Are you kidding me? She died of cancer."
Just a fucking nerd.
Like,
Don't humor those people. They're losers.
Yeah,
literally,
Agreed.
literally.
Agreed.
But game's fun. I'm done.
That's you
Coach.
literally.
That was it. That's all you wanted to say about
I mean, we got a lot of shit to go through, man. I could talk about this game for 3 hours,
Coast,
but
what's
go
a
ahead.
game that you're interested in?
From the state of play
or anything.
All the
right?
Summer Game Fest. We're doing all of it.
I'm not gonna go to my number one right off the bat,
You
but
don't have
one
to,
that I
you don't have to.
am that I was. This is such a random. I know no one else is gonna be with me on this one, but I was kind of surprised and slightly interested in that Crossfire game. If we're gonna talk about a Jack Quaid game, I would talk about his girlfriend, who she's in that game.
The head popper from The Boys.
Yeah.
I know that because of my live chat. My chat was telling me that's who that was. So, what exactly was Crossfire again? You want to explain that to the people?
Is that a two-player game?
It's a co-op shooter that has some pretty interesting mechanics to it. Like they have a really nuanced cover system that they introduced that I thought was pretty cool. And it seems like it was like leaning into sci-fi elements a little bit, and then it like did a 180 into like some horror elements. I was like, okay, where is this going? I'm kind of interested. It gave me like shades of Army of Two a little bit. And I'm like, we haven't had an experience like this for a while, so I'm kind of interested in it. I might look at it when it's closer to releasing. But yeah, that was one that's like probably under the radar that many people probably won't talk about.
What is that for? Everything? Like PC, PS5, Xbox,
yeah.
everything? It's like consoles? Nice. And is there like an estimated release date for it, or did they just say it's in development?
Oh, I don't remember.
Sure, we could look it up. I'll look it up. In the meantime, McDareth, what's a game you want to talk about?
Spyro. Yeah, the fact
Let's
that we
hear it.
actually are getting a new Spyro game since like 2008.
dude, that's the game I was gonna say.
Yeah. I was trying to think. It's
Spyro,
yeah, because I remember. I'm pretty sure we talked about this in Japan time. That because I always bring up all the Xbox news because no one else will. Microsoft bought Activision, and then Toys for Bob was freed basically from Call of Duty jail because Activision folded all their studios to work on Call of Duty, nothing else. Microsoft lets them go independent, and in their post they say, yeah, we're making more games, and the first one is something we're making for Microsoft. And the second they said that, I was thinking, please be Spyro, because they did the Spyro remakes. They did Crash 4. I mean, they did Skylanders. The reason Spyro lived through all this time, honestly. They did Skylanders. They did Crash 4. They did the Spyro Reignited trilogy. And it seemed like the next thing they were going to do was Spyro.
They also did the Insane trilogy.
No, they didn't. That was Volition.
That was Volition?
Yeah, Insane trilogy is Volition.
Oh, my fault.
You're good. And then finally, we are getting Spyro. Like, Spyro is getting a new game by a studio that obviously cares to make these type of games, and I'm so
it
happy.
Looks fucking good.
It looks very good.
Yeah. I couldn't really believe it because it's been like, excluding the Reignited trilogy and excluding the Skylanders games, it's been 18 years since the last Spyro game. The last
Jeez,
Spyro game
is
came
it
out in
really?
2008. Yep.
Wow.
Legend of Spyro: Dawn of the Dragon came out in 2008 on stuff like the Wii.
I swear something came out in the 2010s. No.
Skylanders.
No, I swear there's another Spyro game.
No. There was the Reignited trilogy in 2016
Oh, that's what I'm thinking
or
of. Yeah,
2018.
the Reignited
But
trilogy.
yeah, like in terms of like an actual new Spyro game, it has been a very, very long time. And the fact that it's being done by Toys for Bob, who, you know, we've seen what they can do. We know that they're more than capable of creating great games and really like treating a franchise like this with the love and care that it deserves. It's just, it's really exciting. It's really exciting.
What really made me upset a little bit was the 2 days after was the Xbox stuff, and they showed Sea of Thieves, and I saw the Rare logo, and I was just like, damn, they're stuck in purgatory for this shit.
Oh yeah, no Banjo. You're never getting Banjo ever again.
They're stuck making updates for a game no one's playing.
Spyro was at Xbox. That's the other thing. This was announced at Xbox.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
I think it was at PlayStation.
No, I mean you feel that way because it's Spyro, but no, Xbox.
Yeah.
Microsoft owns Spyro and Crash now.
The Xbox presentation actually had a lot of stuff
crazy.
that traditionally PlayStation. Yeah.
It's like how that whole thing is like. Spyro and Crash were made for Universal Games, which was a part of Vivendi. Vivendi owned Blizzard, like Blizzard Entertainment, so World of Warcraft, Diablo, all that stuff. Activision bought Vivendi for Blizzard, and in doing so got Crash and Spyro, and then Microsoft bought Activision. So now Microsoft owns Crash and Spyro.
Which
is crazy. They own both.
It doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. Like, do you not like? Does anyone else not associate Crash and Spyro with PlayStation?
Not at all.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do because I'm an old head, but I can understand why people don't do it anymore because it's not around. Like, it's not like that anymore. Where games were coming out like once a year, every other year, where those titans of them were being upheld like that.
But like Crash especially. Like Crash is in Astrobot, or not Astrobot.
No, Astrobot. Yeah, he's one of the characters.
Both of them are. Both Crash and Spyro and Astrobot.
Yeah, they're both in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but to do that, PlayStation had to go ask Microsoft. That's the funny part about that.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because literally Insomniac was who made Spyro in the first place, right? And now they're busy making Wolverine and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. But it's like
one of their first projects.
I was gonna say
not their very first, but among the first things they did was Spyro.
Both Insomniac and Naughty Dog were like those characters were basically owned, like Crash and Spyro were owned by Vivendi when they were making them. And then after that, they made Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank, and and like PlayStation actually owns those. But Vivendi owned Crash and Spyro.
I'm never getting a new fucking Jack and Daxter remake. Never.
No, those are those are you're cooked.
Naughty Dog have moved on to grand.
You got
cinematic
Daxter on PSP, and that's it.
You're gonna get Last of Us Part 2 remake before
I just want to
Daxter.
What do you mean, man? You got Jack X Combat Racing. It's right there.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and end my life.
You could remake that too. While we're on the topic, actually, Insomniac, do you guys want to touch on Wolverine real quick? It's not something that I'm particularly interested in, but I saw you guys are pretty hype about it.
Before we move on, I want to correct one thing. It was Vivendi, Vicarious Visions, not Volition that made the Insane Trilogy.
That's what I thought. I was like, it's not Vivendi. I didn't know who it was, but the V was right.
It's Vicarious Visions. I said the wrong.
Yeah, that's what it.
Wrong one.
Also, another quick update too. I looked up the potential release date of that Crossfire game that Coast was talking about. There is no release date currently.
Yeah, I don't think there was.
Yeah, planned future release. Yeah, but no Wolverine. What did you guys think?
Looks good.
It looks good. Was it Shofu where you were like, "This is what y'all get for not letting fucking Spider-Man or whatever kill anybody"? Like.
Yes, bro. We have Wolverine going stupid because Batman and Spider-Man won't fucking kill anybody. They beat everybody into unconsciousness. Fuck all that, bro. Now we got over. Now they went over the top with the gore and the blood with Wolverine.
Now everything is a fatality.
Literally because Spider-Man want to punch everybody and knock them out, bro.
Yeah, but that's slightly to Wolverine's identity, though.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying that's why this game exists, bro.
Yeah.
That's just mad.
Somebody got to die one of these days, bro.
Somebody got to get got. I don't know who.
But now you got
will-
random guards just getting their fucking eyes gouged out by fucking Wolverine, bro.
No, that's fire.
And then their heads torn off.
It is. That does feel like the Deadpool thing. Where it's like all these superhero movies, like no one was dying, and then Deadpool comes around and just kills every human on Earth. Like it's actually the exact same thing. What are you saying, Ghost?
I was gonna say I'm slightly hesitant with Wolverine just because that trailer, like, I understand what the purpose of it is, and then they're trying to showcase the cool things you can do with it, but it really just felt like take down the game. Like, you know, they had all the lowest settings.
I definitely get what you mean.
much.
Where it's like press one button, punch, press the other button,
And then they
punch.
did a cool animation takedown,
Yeah, right.
and then they just walked on and did the next sequence.
Right.
Like that game looked like they presented that game in a way that validates the people who make fun of those types of games gameplay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
like
for sure.
Like where it's like God of War's combat is actually like kind of difficult and kind of intricate, especially as you get higher and more difficult into the game. But like this felt like you can see him mash square. Like you can see it. And then you can see him do his ender every other fucking button. Like
There was one really cool shot in that trailer though, like right at the end, where like that whole sequence with the cars ends, and he like gets on the truck and he like pulls the curtain back. But as he's doing that, you can see his spine, but his skin's regenerating so fast and it covers over. And I'm like, damn, that's a really cool touch. I think there's gonna be really.
Which of you, when you were reacting, was saying, is there like a thing for when his clothes are covered in blood and he's able to just like soak all the blood
that's
back
Coast.
up?
Yeah, I was like, he just stood in water, and then I'm just like, bro, why is he just clean now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I do wish there was a way for them to like effectively get rid of the like keep the wear and tear on the outfit, but
Baldur's Gate
actually
did it.
return. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying technically. I wish they would have figured that out.
No,
or
I think his outfit actually does that. If I'm not mistaken, maybe no, because like he gets hit in the back, and like through the rest of that trailer, his back of his outfit is torn.
Yeah, but then it regenerates at the end of the trailer. But I'm saying like,
yeah,
just specifically for the blood, it's just like, oh, that's,
yeah. He's squeaky clean at the end of like in
Yeah.
between combats every time, even though he just got half his face blown off by a shotgun. I do think though that's the part that I think there was two parts of that where I was like, this is really cool. The like stealth like ganking style of gameplay I think is really interesting. Of like high ground, kill a guy, jump to the next guy.
Yeah.
I like that's cool. I'm also interested in not interested. I thought the thing that they presented really well is feeling like Wolverine is this unstoppable berserker. Like he's just like he will you have to kill him. Like he just felt like he had Berserker Barrage 3 bars the entire time. Like
X Factor level 3.
yeah, he just felt like his like I love the gameplay aspect that makes you feel like Wolverine is damn near unkillable. So just keep hitting the button. Sidebar, I hate the way Jean looks.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan either.
She got a weak ass fit on.
Bro, she got a weak ass fit on. She looks like
ass fit.
Bro, she's wearing
Adele said she looked like Scarlet Witch. Roger said she looked like the girl from Control. Like
She did look like the girl from Control.
She does look like the girl from Control.
I'd like.
Weak
I don't know if
ass
it'll
fit.
change later on in the game, but I think that's a testament to how lackluster it is currently.
Well, are we under the impression that like this is the I think they said it right. This is the world where the X-Men do not exist.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like
Yes.
X-Men. There's going to be some mutants.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No, I don't know if they don't exist because for Wolverine to be wearing that outfit, he's in the X-Men.
Yeah, no,
No, but
I think
they-
it's a
they
post
said-
X-Men world.
No, they said
Okay, I see what you
specifically,
mean.
though,
That,
they don't
X-Men
exist.
has been
Yeah.
that X-Men has been like disbanded. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So that's
They just
which is
keep
why
his old
X
clothes.
is dead type shit.
yeah, I think they're doing the story in which Professor X dies. Like that's like the thing, and then like Scott fucking like goes off the deep end and crashes out, and then everyone's like,
Ooh,
yo,
that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah.
like, and then he's just a sad boy the whole time.
My core hope for this game definitely is I just hope, like, I do really hope that the combat feels very satisfying and like your approach to it feels satisfying because for me, when it came to Insomniac Spider-Man games, the most satisfying thing about those is the movement. But obviously, you're not going to get that movement with Wolverine. That's just part of that's very much Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
So where the strength lies for Wolverine has to be somewhere else when it comes to the gameplay.
Okay,
It has to be
what was
the combat,
satisfying
right?
for me?
hmm
I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised with it because I was not planning on getting it, and watching the trailer made me change my mind by the snap of a finger. That E-Day game looks so good.
Oh
Yes.
God, the
new
Gears
Gears of War?
Yeah,
Gears
Gears
of
of
War
War looks
E-Day looks
so good.
so good.
Hey, you know it's a console exclusive, right?
And you know what console you gotta play it on, right?
Go ahead, join the Xbox crew,
Xbox.
gang.
Xbox.
Xbox. Play the song, bro.
I can't.
Damn.
Can't right. I'm about to beat this boss. Okay, now I can. My fault. It's too late now.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's too late. You missed
Xbox
the
One?
window.
I didn't do
Don't
it.
even play no more. Don't even
Xbox
play
3?
no
We the
Yo, what the
Xbox crew.
fuck?
See, y'all don't have the timing like me. Just like
That's so crazy.
y'all don't have the timing like me. Like just let me handle it. Anyway,
Well, while you're trying to figure out how to handle it, if you guys are
Next.
done with Wolverine, I'm next. And I actually want to talk about something that I don't think anybody else is going to talk about.
He's not talking about
this
that fucking One Piece game.
is it
No, I'm not
Piku
talking about the One Piece game. I'm actually hyped
Oh,
for that, but
shit.
I'm not going to be talking about the One Piece game.
Oh.
No, the game I'm
Piku-Niku?
going to talk about is actually no. This is Muramasa is coming.
Yo,
back.
that game
looks
Muramasa
clean,
is
bro.
being played,
So
yeah.
good.
So this got announced during the Nintendo Direct. This is literally one of my favorite games on the Wii. Has
That's
never
like
gotten a
literally one
re-release.
of the only games I like on the Wii.
It's so good. It got a re-release on the Vita with extra content. And this new version of it has all the new Vita content plus all of the original Wii content. It's coming out early next year for Switch and Switch 2. Looks awesome. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on everything. I think it was one of those games that was like in the Nintendo
the
showcase,
first-
but it's actually on every game.
It's the first Vanillaware game to be put on PC.
There you go. Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal. That's shocking too that Unicorn Overlord and Oatsphere weren't on PC.
Yeah, I swear Unicorn Overlord was on PC.
It's not.
No?
No,
on
it's
every
not.
console.
No,
Yeah, I
Unicorn
don't think it's
Overlord
on
was a console
PC.
game. Yeah. But no, I'm actually super stoked about this. If you guys have never looked this up, this is the one that has that really beautiful Japanese art style. Obviously, Vanillaware games are known for their beautiful art style and their beautiful character designs. And so it's a lot more of that. It's more of like a 2D action game than it is an RPG. They described it as an action RPG, and technically it is that, right? Because you're like gaining new
I definitely see it
skills
more
and
like an action game.
you're leveling it up, but it is for sure more like an action game. You've got these big boss battles. It's side-scrolling. I would actually compare it to something like a Strider. So I think if you're a fan
Yeah.
of those types of 2D action games with a little bit of affinity charts and RPG stuff thrown in, definitely check out this game when it comes out. I was thrilled when this got announced. This was like the last thing that I was expecting from today, and I knew nobody else was going to bring it up, so I wanted to use that as my
No, that was
first
the
game to
only thing I
highlight.
was going to bring up. That was literally the only game.
The only game of this entire weekend?
Yeah.
That can't be true. There's got to be something you're interested in.
Not really.
This
I
is-
mean, I liked all the presentations. I just don't care.
Well, I'm sorry I stole your thunder. That's a shame.
That's
Shofu,
fine.
I know a game that you're excited about. Nintendo
Wait, you know
Switch Sports Resort.
Bro, fuck all that. Ninjala 2, baby. Yes, sir. We playing Ninjala 2, bro. We running this shit up. Oh, God.
God damn, shut the fuck up talking to me.
No! Where my Ninjalers at?
they're not called that.
Ninjalers?
That's disgusting.
Do you want to tell the people the weird little anecdote that you mentioned before we started the show about Ninjala?
Oh, about how there's 218 plus episodes of the Ninjala anime?
Yep.
That doesn't even make sense in my head. Who the fuck is watching that shit? Does
gotta
anybody
be
in chat watch the
I
Ninjala
mean, if
anime?
you're a real Ninjala, I would have hoped that you would have watched all of them.
Thought you
No. I am now with the announcement of the second game.
Okay.
Are you
okay.
legitimately excited about the second game, or is this a meme?
Bro, that's a real console seller, bro. What are you talking about?
All right.
Okay.
Now, the game I'm actually excited about is Kemori that they showed in the PlayStation
Oh,
PlayStation presentation.
The PVE 3-person PVE game.
That game looks fucking sick, dude.
Oh yeah, that game.
Yeah,
did
when I
look
was
cool.
editing the State of Play, that was like the only game Shofu was talking about. He was like, "Damn, I need to play that."
That's the only game I cared about at the end of
I
it.
can tell you're excited.
Yeah, you
about
have
it.
like the spirit powers and stuff.
Yeah, you take the powers of
Yeah.
the yokais, or you do something else with them.
You watch Chainsaw Man, you do that thing that one guy did with his fingers, and then you turn into a spirit fox or some shit.
Oh yeah,
It does look pretty good. And the lady who's behind it is the same one that made the Tokyo Ghost game, right?
Yeah, Ghostwire.
And
Yep,
Okami,
and
right?
working on Okami, right? Exactly. So it's coming from a good.
That's why
pedigree.
when I was watching it, I wasn't that hype, and I'm like, man, this game is whatever. I don't care. And then she showed up. I'm like, I take it all back. I'm so sorry.
You were like, actually, this is gonna be great.
You know what game is gonna stink though?
Which one?
Crazy Taxi.
Why is it gonna stink?
Wait, why is it gonna stink?
If you look at the gameplay from the original and then the gameplay they showed of the newer one, it doesn't have that oomph that the original has. It's not crazy like it's supposed to be. It seems
just
too
Taxi.
tame.
Oh my god.
No, I see what you mean. I think a lot of it comes down to the camera work for one.
The sense
sort
of urgency is
physicality.
lacking from the new one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can understand that, but I feel like we haven't even seen the actual in-game UI with it running, because I feel like that adds to that in Crazy Taxi, is when you get the timer going down and all that stuff.
Actually, I have.
Okay,
and I
yes,
can
'cause
talk
you've
about
played
it.
the
I'm free to.
game,
No,
Roger.
no.
I'd say
No,
the
but that's
rest
what I'm
of
saying.
us.
I'm free to talk about it now. I know. So I actually got a chance to see Crazy Taxi. I got to talk to Kano-san, actually, the developer of the original Crazy Taxi, at the Sega booth at Summer Game Fest. I didn't get to play it, but we did get to watch footage from the developers playing it. And we actually got to see a bunch of stuff that was not in the trailer that we are also free to talk about. One of those things was that in the trailer, you know that bit with the shark? Where there's like the shark that's coming out of the water? So in the actual game, that is part of a mini game that they've implemented, which is like a fishing mini game. And essentially, when you pick up fishermen from throughout the city and you go to the port, while you're in the taxi, the guy is like fishing in the back seat of your car, and then you have to like backdraft and bump your car backwards to like try to fish out the different types of fish. And there were like blowfish and sharks and all kinds of weird stuff. And we got to also see like a mini game where you were delivering a bunch of pizzas. And based on everything that I saw there, it seemed pretty hype. And it's clear from like talking to Kano and talking to the developers that like this is very much a passion project for them, which is, I think, a big reason why I was surprised when I got back from the Sega appointment about the AI news about it. Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it got reported that the game had like Gen AI assets or whatever, and it
It's
turned
not the
out
only game that was shown.
no,
from
it
the
wasn't.
beginning.
It certainly was not the only game that was shown with it. And then it came out essentially that it's the same as how Expedition 33 used them, which is that it wasn't even in like placeholders. It was that they were essentially using it in the ideation stage to come up with ideas, which of course isn't great. And like,
bro, people do that all the fucking time.
but
bro.
that's the thing, right? I feel like we're in an era where, like, not to excuse it, but also like I think it got blown out of proportion from people who rightfully were annoyed.
Nah, that's
right?
bitch.
And thought,
I think it's shitty.
I mean, that's fair. But I saw a lot of people who were like rightfully annoyed, thinking that the game was Gen AI, and the game is absolutely not. They confirmed at the appointment that is not the case. Like, humans did make it, but it was used in the ideation process, which again, like you said, Zeph, is shitty.
Is it?
So
yes, pay a fucking artist.
But they're not using it for anything. They're literally just they're not making money off of like they're not selling it. They're literally, because people do this, like, because I work a 9 to 5 and people do this at my job all the fucking time, where like professional artists who work at my job who make assets do this all the time. Well, they'll take a reference, a photo, an art, and they'll be like, okay, I need my shit to look like this, but I can't literally, the time it would take me to draw it like that, as opposed to putting in this thing so that way I have something to work with while I make my thing, is so common now.
I mean,
Like,
it's been fine for the past 40 years. I don't know why we gotta do this now.
I mean,
the way I'm seeing it is like, it reminds me of kind of making an image board where you're just getting random like images that help visualize components of an idea and putting them together. And normally you just get like random stock images or like you're referencing other art, but in this case it's like Gen AI images where you can get a greater degree of specificity.
Yeah, the bigger problem is
Well,
that with Gen AI is that it's all no matter what you do, it's plagiarism. You're stealing from another artist.
yeah, but in the context of this, it's like that work is not being used to like represent art in any form, if that makes sense. It's just used. It's like how you could take art from somebody while making a mood board or an idea board, and you're not like selling that work or reusing that work or claiming it as your own. You're just using it as a reference. Granted, I think the main thing here is that using Gen I is still not good for like environmental
The
stuff.
environment, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a different point.
and like that aspect of it is, I think, the worst aspect. But when it comes to like compromising on jobs or people's livelihoods or not paying artists, I don't think that in this context is a problem, because I think the artists themselves are actually the ones using it.
It's like that's where I'm at with it, is like if it's used as an assistance tool and not replacing someone from doing, like if it's assisting someone doing their job and not replacing someone.
Yeah.
That's because like even where I'm working, where basically it's come down from on top that our team is the first where they're making us use AI. They're trying to find a tool for us to use while coding. And it's like our team is very against vibe coding. So we got to use it in some way, and like using it as an assistance tool. It's like, okay, that's fine, because like a coding cycle, this is a tangent, but a coding cycle is like you try to narrow down a problem. Well, this is for me. I try to narrow down a problem. I try and Google the very base thing of what I'm looking for. That gives me a Stack Overflow article I have to reverse engineer. Now I do that. I get some Gemini response that half the time is wrong, and it's up to me to know that it's wrong from understanding how to program stuff. So it's like it's unfortunate, because even I'm not super thrilled about AI encroaching in everything. But if it's an assistance tool, I think that's better than like just generating full art for a game, or like I said, like vibe coding stuff. Like if that's what you want to do, sure. But like it's I didn't go to college and become a programmer to vibe code and become a prompt engineer. I want to program.
And I do think it's like an important conversation to have too, because like you guys have been saying, like this was a lot of games that were at Summer Game Fest, not just like Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi is the one that was making headlines, because a lot of people I think like know and respect Kano, and have been very much looking forward to this game. But that was a trend all throughout Summer Game Fest. There's a lot of the games that are using it like that.
I guarantee any game made within the last 5 years, every art team has done that. At least a vast majority of them.
No,
yeah, I know.
I think
like any game that started development in the last 5 years, you don't think has
Not
done some version of this?
No. I mean, it's being normalized a little bit more with Eastern developers in particular, but like because of the backlash, particularly in the West, that comes with this, I still feel like a decent number of Western developers are pretty apprehensive. I think there's a good chunk that have, but I don't think everyone has. Especially like indie devs. Like a lot of indie devs.
Yeah,
maybe
indie devs certainly.
Maybe not indie devs, but definitely a lot of these AAA games are using, like you said, like mood boards is a very good like thing to reference, because that's all really it is. It's just them trying to source images so that way they know what they're creating. And then
like
they
Kingdom
stop.
Hearts 4.
Right. So what was going on with that? Because I heard people saying that there was like AI Kingdom Hearts stuff, but that Kingdom Hearts 4 did not have.
It's just art for the compilation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Granted, it's like, now this is like, this is the key visual for the compilation, and there is just some like,
and this is
now
the
you're talking
slippery slope that we're dancing on.
You're talking about the native ports, right? That got announced earlier today for Switch, and there's like the collection that has all three. You mean the art that's like on that cover that was displayed in the direct?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a Nomura piece. Didn't they straight up say it was?
No, it's renders that were ran through an AI upscaler thingy, or like some AI filter or whatever, and you get Donald has 3 fingers on one hand and 4 on another, so
yeah.
Oh, weird.
Anyways, I was talking about the game itself and how it got revealed.
Yeah, I mean, that was honestly one of the craziest reveals, I think, of the whole weekend. I don't think any of us expected that if Kingdom Hearts 4 was going to be shown at Summer Game Fest, that it was going to be during the Nintendo Direct.
What were we saying, Shofu? Please Please,
said, please, bro. We need this.
please,
Persona
please
6
Square.
yesterday, bro. Please.
Bro, they showed a P and a 6 next to each other, bro. We're fucked. Help us, please.
I mean, this was a good weekend for JRPG fans, right? Because we
For
got
sure.
Kingdom Hearts 4, we got Persona 4 Revival, we got Persona 6, we got Xenoblade 1 through 3, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, we got Xenoblade Genesis, the start of the new trilogy of Xenoblade games, we got Final Fantasy Resonance, which is the first HD 2D Final Fantasy game. It was like banger after banger after banger for these JRPGs. Non-stop reveals. I mean, we could just have like a JRPG segment right now, like free for all. Of course, obviously the biggest reveal of all of them too was the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Part 3, Final Fantasy VII Remake Revelation. That was the closer for the Summer Game Fest, which I thought was a great way to end the entire show.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. I thought the way they did it was great. Showcasing, the new fit system, where now it's essentially like you've got jobs.
Bro, the fact
showing
that
Wutai for the first time.
started popping off like that is my favorite thing in any JRPGs when you have a job system. I love it so much. I love it Xenoblade 3. So like the fact that Final Fantasy 7 is getting that, I am so super excited.
Yeah, it's looking really, really good. They showed Vincent gameplay as well.
What
They
I'm
showed jumping
curious
out of
with
the
Revelation is how they are going to translate the small and limited content that they have remaining into a similar experience that they made with Remake and Rebirth. Because like Wutai is pretty small in 7 on PS1, and it seems like they made it like 40 times the size, I feel like, from what I saw in the trailer. So I don't know how
it's pretty small in FF7-1, and they made a whole game out of it.
Yeah,
Just
they turned the 3-hour
that's what I'm
segment
saying,
into a 30-hour game.
I'm curious how long this game's gonna be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably similar length to Rebirth. Maybe
Yeah,
a bit
I agree.
shorter.
I think it's probably going to be around the length of Well, I don't know, probably a bit longer actually, because of like the flying mechanic around the.
Yeah, and how you can
around the
literally you
globe.
can do whatever you want to do essentially in this one. Like you can like choose your own path, so to say.
All that stuff
But
they showed with
that
teachings
might
looked amazing.
That might also make it shorter in a sense, where like
Yeah.
because you have that degree of freedom so early, you could probably could potentially get around 2 places faster.
Like fly
makes
through
sense?
Rocket Town and Wutai and just like go to all the big story beats. Yeah, I mean that's true. That is very much true.
I'm sad they didn't show any of the snowboard stuff.
That'll be.
I do want to see some
no
HD
doubt.
snowboarding.
Oh yeah.
I really want to see with how the game looks right now with all the remake upgrades and stuff. I want to see that Sephiroth final fight so bad because I have no idea what they were going to do with Rebirth.
I don't know how they one up Rebirth. Like Rebirth, I think I said this like after the Summer Games Fest, is that Rebirth, for better or for worse, is a game that like goes big on everything, and like to the point where there were certain aspects where it's like it didn't need to go that big. But because of how big they went in certain aspects, particularly the final fight of that game, where they had every character, they had like just doing everything.
Multiple
it was like
phases,
7 phases long.
Yeah, right.
Like, and it had a lot of the features from like the final boss of regular 7. Like, how do you one up that? Are we going to be crossing like the way we got to be like crossing timelines and dimensions at this point? Like, this game is so out there and ridiculous.
Well,
I feel like we're gonna fight Advent Children Sephiroth. I think it's literally gonna be like.
I hope not. I really hope not.
We go through all the different versions of Sephiroth, fight Advent Children Sephiroth, lead up to all that. You obviously get the final form. We're gonna have the stuff that's in the crater.
Safer
at the
Sephiroth
end.
for sure.
Safer Sephiroth for sure.
And,
yeah.
The last Genova fight too. I really want to hear the remake of a Birth of a God, the like final Genova theme.
Oh yeah,
because that theme is so good.
Well, I mean, because my understanding, especially now, is hey, everyone kind of knows there's a time thing happening. So it has to be now where they realize that there's a time thing, right? Like they can't just be unaware the whole time. Like, you know what I mean? Like there has to be a moment where they have to confront the fact that this is not, although this is happening the first time for them, that this is not the first time this is happening for Sephiroth. And
well,
so
also Cloud, if you remember, Cloud was kind of going crazy at the end of the last game.
yeah, he's
And
close.
so-
He's almost there.
Right. And so I do feel like they might do a situation in which you get either a flashback or like, you know, the part where like Tifa saves him, right? And like gets him a little bit back to normal. Like,
Yeah, I was
maybe
wondering
flesh
because
that
they
out.
kind of did a bit of that in 2. So I was like, how are they going to do
Right,
this? But like
right.
now they set up a way for him to lose his mind with what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't
And
he
then
have the,
I also
doesn't he have
think
the
too,
black
we'll
materia with him?
He does have the black
he
materia with
does.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to get some type of flashback, kind of similar to what we got in Rebirth in the opening of that game. I think we'll probably get a flashback with Sephiroth in Soldier. Because that was something they boosted, like they built up in Ever Crisis, and they've been using Ever Crisis and like that entire realm of like Final Fantasy VII related games to add.
Yeah, they're
to the
merging
overall
everything.
lore. Yeah, so I feel like they're probably going to have at least at one point in the game where you're going to have like a flashback playing as Sephiroth as a soldier, and I think that'll be super sick too.
I will say, well, hold on. I don't want to completely switch topics because to me, this as cool as FF7 is, this isn't the craziest FF7 news to me this weekend.
Well, no, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
That's-
Okay,
this
yeah,
shit-
yeah.
that
I
trailer
like,
was
wait, what are you
cool.
talking about? Of course.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course,
That trailer
of
was
course.
cool, but there
Yeah,
was
we'll
some
get
shit
there.
that was crazy.
No, we will get there. We will get there. No, one other thing I wanted to mention too that I actually thought was really cool, just as a general trend throughout the course of Summer Game Fest, something that I noticed. I mean, we saw it a lot today with the Direct, but like this happened a lot while I was like physically at the show too, like talking to developers. Dude, like everyone's going all in on Switch 2 at this point. It's not even a question anymore. Like now we're getting these big games, your Kingdom Hearts 4s and your Final Fantasy 7s, you know, Code Veronica, right? The Resident Evil Veronica coming day and date now
Right.
with Switch 2 as well. There are still some holdouts. There's a couple companies that are like, nah, we don't really want to do it. And whether that's like because they don't have dev kits or they don't want to or whatever, you know, they don't want to make like a worse running version of their game or like a nerfed version of their game to have it just so it could run in handheld mode. And overall, the vibe across everybody at Summer Game Fest was like, we're making games for Switch. Like our game is going to be on Switch too. It was even crazy because when I was at the Capcom booth, I can't talk about like impressions of the game, but I can say that I saw Onimusha. I got a pretty extended look at Onimusha. And during that presentation, I was like, oh, are there any plans to bring this to Switch 2? Because, you know, we have the Resident Evil games and Pragmata and all these other really technically impressive games.
And then the next day you saw the trailer.
Yeah. And they were like, no, right now, these are the platforms that we've announced. And then literally the next day, this morning, I woke up and I saw the trailer and I was like, wow, they really lied to me, man.
I mean, no, they didn't. They said these are
these right now. That's true.
That's
true.
what they said.
That's true. But yeah, it's like even Monster Hunter Wilds, right? We got the Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendancy.
The expansion?
Or Ascension or whatever expansion, right? And
Ascendancy.
then Ascendancy, thank you. And then right afterwards, they were
should've
like,
called
oh
it
yeah, by the
Airborne.
way, it's coming to Switch 2 as well. And it was like, why wasn't that in the actual trailer? It was crazy.
They should have called it Airborne. Speaking of Switch, though, I got to talk about it. I'm obligated to.
Let's hear it.
Xenoblade Definitive Edition for 1,
Oh, of
2,
course.
and 3.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Who saw it coming? No one.
Are they're
And-
called Definitive Edition? I thought it was just Switch 2
edition.
upgrades.
Yeah, Switch 2 edition.
Or so,
Yeah,
well,
It's
Switch
funny
I'm-
because like Xenoblade 1, obviously, it's the Nintendo
is
Switch
Definitive
2
Edition.
edition of the Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
So it's called
So it's
Xenoblade,
Xenoblade
Chronicles
Chronicles Definitive
Definitive
Edition, Switch
Edition,
2
Nintendo Switch 2
it's
edition.
crazy.
That is funny.
I'm playing it right now. It is amazing. It is.
Really?
It genuinely feels so good.
Yeah, because like
Um,
they unlike so X, the Switch 2 edition of X had this kind of it went for an upscaler to obviously get the resolution and frame rate up, but they kind of botched it in spots where aspects of the upscaler don't like really translate properly, and there's just like artifacts and muddy stuff here and there. That's not the case with Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade 1, where the upscaler in that is basically perfect. Like it just looks incredible.
That's what I love to hear.
Yeah, this
I
is
hadn't even picked it up
100
yet, but I was planning on it.
100% the best way to play this now. Like a
Nice.
definitive edition for sure, but like this change, this slight $10 upgrade that you got to get, hands down makes this like a must play if you have not played any Xenoblade game.
Well, the
And
one
they
thing I
added
saw-
kart racing, bro.
They added you
Yeah,
can play
they added that,
dude.
yeah.
You have Xenoblade Warriors now. You have Xenoblade Racing now, and then what did they add in 3? I'm forgetting already.
It was
It's
a
a
Xenoblade
top-
mode.
top
down
thing.
mode.
Yeah,
Yeah, top-down mode.
I can't wait for that one. I want to play that one really badly.
The thing I was going to mention though about Xenoblade 1, now that you brought that up, I loved the fact that they finally voiced the heart-to-hearts now too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just
Oh,
listened
The
to
that's
fact
such a
that they
nice-
got all the
it's so
VAs
good.
back is sick. Like, obviously, like Jenna Coleman, like she's a harder one to get. I mean, of course, they managed to get her back for like 3 and stuff, but
Sure, of course.
you know, she's a pretty high-profile actress at this point. So managing to get the whole cast back and they all still sound fantastic is
Aside
so
from
wonderful
Ryan,
to hear.
I was watching some Twitter clips. I feel like the voice actor for Ryan forgot what Ryan sounded like for a little bit. So it's a little off.
I do
tune,
think
but
I think with Jenna Coleman though, because I've seen a lot of people say that it's like, yeah, she's a pretty famous actress now. It's like it's crazy that
yes,
they
they
managed
got
to
Jenna
get her
Coleman
back.
money now. Look
But
at the success of Xenoblade.
I almost also wonder if it's something where it's like, no, but I voiced a Nintendo character. You know what I mean? Like
I'm pretty
it's
sure
kind of
she
like the Graha
protects
Tia thing
her.
with Jonathan
Yeah,
Bailey.
similar with
You know,
Jonathan
Jonathan
Bailey,
Bailey
yeah.
is like, I'm sure he's not getting paid wicked money to be Graha Tia, but he just likes it. Like he
No,
likes.
he's
being
like,
Graha Tia.
He said in multiple interviews, he's like, no, I'm Graha.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
like,
it's kind of the same thing with Jenna Coleman, where she's like, I'm Melia. You know, come on, like, of course I'm gonna voice her.
Like if it's up to them, they will not let anybody else voice. Like if it's up to them, it's kind of the vibe.
The frosting on the cake after all of that was a fucking Xenoblade 4 drop,
That was
which I did
crazy.
not
That was
expect,
so.
bro.
Oh, I was so
Is it,
happy.
Yeah.
is it 4? I thought it's
Xenoblade
just
0.
I mean,
Well, no,
it's
so
basically
they're
4.
calling- They're calling it Xenoblade Genesis, but they've clarified, if you guys saw the press release that Nintendo released afterwards, that this is the beginning of the next saga of Xenoblade.
Yeah,
Because essentially,
Chronicles is
we've talked,
over.
right, we've talked
Yeah.
about this on the
that
show
means
before.
I don't have to see the character. Like I've
No,
had enough.
You're most
of that.
likely
No,
not
you're
gonna
not
see any
seeing
of
no
them anymore.
puns and Schultz.
I've had
No,
enough.
They're done.
Yeah.
They're done. But essentially,
Actually, really quick, once we're done with the podcast and we're still streaming for the after show, I got a nice big presentation of speculation and theory crafting that I did all day today for Xenoblade Genesis. So if you want to listen, stay tuned.
it's gonna be the after show.
He was saying it's like 40 minutes, so he didn't want to do it on the show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the after
yeah,
show,
please,
then we're gonna
please.
do it on the show.
Yeah, I'm not doing it on the show.
I'm gonna probably stick around for that though, because I'm curious.
Hell yeah, brother.
But the crazy thing about this, like I said, the press release revealed that it is the beginning of the next saga. They also clarified that in the direct. But Xenoblade in Japan, the Xenoblade Chronicles games were always just called Xenoblade.
they never
there
had
was no
Chronicles.
subtitle.
Yes.
Right. It was just 1, 2, 3. And X, right. And here it was Chronicles, but now they are finally subtitling it. And so now again, this is the beginning. So moving forward, it'll be like Xenoblade Genesis.
Yeah, they
1,
really
2, and
want to
3.
reiterate that they're moving on from Chronicles
Right.
now, and it's a completely
Right.
different story now. But
The one thing I will say,
but if
Go
you
ahead.
stay tuned in the after show, you'll hear more.
well, there's gonna clearly be some connections to the overall
Nah,
themes.
Roger,
of
if you
Xenoblade.
stick around, I'll tell you.
We'll get there. You know, the
Is
fallen
that-
god thing. But
before we move, because I'm worried we're gonna move on because there's something I want to say.
no, we're not moving on. No,
Yeah,
go ahead.
but just let me jump in. Thank goodness Monolith Soft can finally have a Nintendo console that's not just two Wii strapped together to actually flex on. Like I am so excited to actually see this game running and Monolith Soft Unchained finally after
Wait, Derek,
it's stuck on the
if
Wii U
game
and all
is
this stuff.
running how I'm playing Xenoblade right now at 60 FPS, 4K.
Yeah, we are in
it's
for
gonna be
for
phenomenal,
glorious.
bro.
It's
Yes,
gonna be
I
a treat.
cannot
Yeah, I'm
wait.
sure. What I was gonna say about the game though, specifically, was I am obviously super excited for the fact that we're getting a new Xenoblade, right? I love these games. But I will say there was a part of me watching that specific trailer that was a little concerned that it looked like 2-3 houses. Do you know what I mean?
That's fair. You know
No,
why?
yeah, I
that's
can
fair?
get that.
You know why
Yeah.
that's fair, Roger? Because Xenoblade 2 had the same problem where people saw the trailer and they were like, where's the sci-fi elements? Why is it all fantasy and stuff like that? I understand. I'm telling you, this
It'll
is
be
like
there.
gonna be a red herring trailer, and it'll 100%
I
be
think
there.
he means
Okay,
the art
cool.
style.
I meant the vibe overall. It's like they have an
Oh,
academy.
I
They're
get
in
that
an
too.
academy.
Like,
It's
their-
like cell
their
shaded.
clothes
that kind of
even,
stuff.
it looks like
schools,
Garrick Mach.
yeah, the characters
Yeah.
are at school and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that either. I'm kind of done with that
Yeah.
trope.
Yeah.
I get that. Hopefully they're not there for that long in the game.
Someone in the chat said that school is definitely getting burnt down within chapter 2.
100%.
That's
Probably,
yeah. Okay. So
Again,
cool. If that's
I'll
the
have
case,
more
that's
info
great.
for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
in the after show. So
Cool. Right
I'm
on.
interested to see
One other
Monolith's
quick
take
thing.
on that though, like that kind of setting, because I feel like they could make it in a way that doesn't feel tried and everything, and also
Maybe.
like having a Xenoblade that's like high fantasy where it feels like it's high fantasy, because like that's the genre that I really like. So Monolith's take on that, I'm super excited to see, because they like half of them look like elves and stuff.
The quick thing I was going to mention, because you guys were talking about performance, we were talking about Final Fantasy. The one thing I didn't mention is anybody else playing Rebirth on Switch 2 right now?
no,
No,
Probably
already
not.
played it.
Yeah. Right. But I got a copy of it and was trying it and just wanted to see like how it ran on Switch. And they also had it demoed at Summer Game Fest. Dude, it is actually a really good port. Like, I think playing through it has made me realize that, like, obviously it won't be as good as the other versions, but it will be good enough for me, like, when I'm playing through Revelation, I think, just from seeing what they've done of Rebirth so far. Because some of those areas, like, I'm currently in the Mithril Mine area, you know, where you've got all the crystals and all the stuff breaking apart, and I'm playing in handheld mode, and it looks good.
Well, I
So-
assume the next one will be better looking and run
Oh,
better
for sure.
because it's being made in tandem.
For it. Yeah, exactly. But I wanted to bring that up. Yeah, that I'm super excited for that. Anything else about any of the JRPGs that you guys want to touch on before we move on?
There was
I mean,
something I wanted to say about one.
Did we talk about Kingdom Hearts at all? Like,
No.
I mean, what is there to talk about? They didn't really show. I mean, they
the
they
fact that
showed
it's here.
a bunch of new characters.
Like-
The fact that it's here is crazy.
Oh
yeah.
no, yeah, well, actually, it's not a bunch of new characters. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
Some of those
that's
characters are
actually
old.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
they're
those
like
characters
from,
are old as
they're
hell.
from the mobile
Wait.
game. Yeah.
Oh, from the mobile game. Wait, who are they? Go ahead.
So, well, here's the thing. I think that within the next, I don't know, man, year before that game comes out, they will put out a version of the mobile game that is just three, like just over 1.5 days. They'll just gonna put out something that's just all the lore, because the story that comes out of the mobile game is the story going forward. That is what is happening now. And
Yeah,
I
they'll
don't
probably make a movie like with the other stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So like, it's. By the way, as I don't know if not you guys, but everybody else in the chat who might be wondering, like, where the fuck are they? That is just, by the way, no more than the first hour of the game that we. Like, everything that we've seen this far is from, I guarantee, from the first hour to maybe hour and a half of the game.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
the
yeah, most
setting that
definitely.
the trailer's been in has been the exact same for the most.
Well, it's not even that.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, like, that is Darkseid.
There's
That is
Darkseid.
that is the tutorial boss. In every Kingdom Hearts game, that boss is the first boss you fight, period. In the first 10 minutes of every Kingdom Hearts game.
But also
So-
that environment is the same one we saw from the beginning.
Yeah, it's just-
even
it's
that boss
Shibuya.
fight that we saw. Yeah, it's Shibuya. Well, it's Quadratum technically is what it
Yes,
is, right?
yes,
Did you see
technically,
the Roger? Did you see the UI where it was like water and fire? It's definitely Moana.
Yeah,
that's Moana.
Moana's for sure going to be happening. Very happy. I mean, I think we could assume Moana was going to happen anyway. We kind of already know Endor is going to be in it from the little bit of that thing that we saw that very first teaser.
Grogu is gonna be in there.
Maybe they'll throw Gogu in there as like a summon or
I,
something.
I,
but
when the trailer was playing, I said, "Put the red panda in from Turning Red."
I think you're gonna get like 3. No, actually, let me say that again. You're gonna get no more than 4 or 5 returning world, like full worlds. I think most of it's gonna be new.
You're definitely getting Toy Story again.
You're getting I think the worlds you're getting
yeah,
again
it'll
are
probably be
Toy
like Toy
Story.
Story 3 or something.
You're gonna get.
yeah.
I don't think actually you're gonna get Olympus again. I don't think
We
I
know
think-
we are because we saw
we know
Hades.
we are.
already.
not Olympus, not Olympus. Fucking what's the because I know a lot of people no fucking the Little Mermaid one.
Oh, Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Yeah. Because a lot of people were thinking about, okay, now we go back to Atlantis now that it's not fucking Kingdom Hearts. No, you're never getting Atlantis again. Or Atlantica. Thank you. I think it's Olympus, Toy Story. I think it's honestly. I mean,
I think Coco probably because they got
that's not
Coco
that's not
coming out.
returning.
Oh yeah, you said returning. Sorry.
Yeah,
Frozen's
I think
returning.
I think you definitely get Big Hero 6 again. For sure.
If they do it properly this time, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Just that setting was so cool and it fits the motive or the motif rather as well. and the other two were like up in the air. Could be pirates again. They might just do pirates for like the third time.
I could see trying.
I'm mixed on that world. I kind of hated it, but it's like kind of
grown on
also
me.
It was
cool.
cool. Yeah, I like the fact that it's all kind
It's
of
way better
weird,
in 3.
realistic, and yeah.
Way better in 3.
All I
but
remember
yeah.
is collecting the crabs in 3. Wasn't that a whole thing you had to fly?
Yeah.
different
Yeah, the
It was
crabs
kinda
suck.
to get the crabs.
But yeah, Andor, Coco. I think you get Inside Out.
Yeah,
Like-
I think Incredibles is a lock for sure. I think
Incredibles is a
no doubt.
100% lock.
Yeah.
What about
yeah.
what about elementals?
No.
Maybe as a summon?
That would be
Yeah,
a cool
do we
summon,
do
though.
we think they're gonna do
Moana.
because obviously they're gonna be doing
Andor.
Star Wars. Do you think they open up the box and do Marvel? Like
No.
like in New York
No.
No.
during
No.
the Battle of
No.
New York?
No, I actually
I
think
would do
I
Battle of
actually
New York, but like I mean they probably wouldn't do Spider-Man because how Sony is, but like that'd be the one.
I'll say
I
right
would
now,
see.
right now, quote me, Kingdom Hearts will never have a Marvel world.
Really?
I mean,
think they will
Someone
never
clip
have
that
a
and then hard cut to when they
I'm trying to-
announce like
isn't-
Iron Man and
am
Kingdom
I?
Hearts.
Is not
Sure.
big? Is Big Hero 6 not Marvel? Am I just wrong with that?
It is. Big Hero
No,
6 is
Big
Marvel.
Hero 6 is Marvel, but it's like considered part of the Disney canon.
Yes.
It's not really like considered a
Yeah, when I say Marvel, you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
It's still
like-
a
No,
Marvel
of course.
property,
Yeah,
though.
of course.
But I'm saying like if they got Big Hero 6 in the door, it's open enough that like I feel like it can't happen.
I don't.
Well, I mean, eventually, I think a Thanos super boss would be sick. You know, you have Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlets going
Well,
crazy.
I just don't think there's
It would
ever
be fire.
because the through line with all of these games is
Thanos
that
and
none
Hades.
of them,
That'd
none
be
of
sick,
these,
bro. I would love that.
none of the properties, like the big thing is that all of them can't be bigger than Sora, right? Like they all can't they can't be more of a main character, and you're not gonna tell me they've put Tony Stark on the screen. Like you're not writing.
I mean, Star Wars is pretty big. You know what I mean? Like Star
No, but
Wars.
it's not like it's not gonna be Luke. Like it'll be
No,
it's
but
not
like
gonna
they'll
be, you know what I
probably
mean?
do the final boss, like the Sephiroth of these games, will probably be the Tetsuya Nomura Darth Vader. That is
Yeah,
like
that's what I was
literally
gonna say.
already a
You
statue.
think it's Kylo Ren?
No, I think it's specifically the Tetsuya Nomura designed Darth Vader that he did like years ago.
Oh,
That
that
there's
one.
a figure of. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's cool.
I think that is going to be like the super boss,
and
especially if they
the-
do Endor.
This might be my hot take or whatever. I think one of the worlds is Midgar.
Oh man, if they do,
I
that,
think
mean,
I
would
think
lose
I
my
think
mind.
I think now one of the worlds is 100% because we know that like Sora knows Cloud, Sora knows Tifa, Sora knows all these people. However, Sora meets them in Advent Children because they all have their Advent Children fit
Right.
when he meets them. So I think they go to Midgar and meet like a version of them at some point. But like
Oh man, and actually, to be fair, they could pull like the RGG studio and just reuse all the assets from Remake for Midgar and throw that in as the level.
They could also, since
That'd
they're
be cool.
doing
Actually, I would like that.
timeline nonsense, he could have just met a different Tifa Cloud.
Sure.
And all.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
before,
different eras,
like
exactly.
went back before like he sees them later kind of thing.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I see what you're saying, Keith. That's not what I said. I didn't say more famous. I'm saying they can't be a lot. You can when you put a world into Kingdom Hearts, it is understood that character takes a back seat to Sora. Period. Because they're not the main character. Sora's the main character, and Sora has to be. Sora's the reason why. What's her fate? Rapunzel leaves the tower. Like Sora's the reason. Mulan gets the courage to tell. Like that's how the storytelling goes. And with Marvel characters specifically, they're never going to agree to let any of these characters have their agency taken away. I just don't see a world.
Yeah, unless they're a boss or something. I mean, you can
Yeah.
even see that with Kingdom Hearts 3 where they had Elsa, where everyone was like, oh, Elsa will be your playable party member. And instead they made it like Marshmallow because they didn't want Elsa or Anna.
Yeah, it's not going to be Elsa. And also, if you notice that with the way they do it with Elsa, is that Sora is not involved in their story at all.
No.
Like
They're-
he's just
like
around
on the sidelines.
He's
Yeah.
just around. Like
Yeah.
because they just won't. And that world sucks.
Yeah, that world is not good. The only part of that world I like is like literally the mountain when you're going up the mountain the first
No,
time.
you like the
that
part where they
world.
sing.
It got that. I think that world got
That is
changed
the
the
mountain.
most
That's
in
part of the mountain.
development. It was
Oh, you're
supposed
talking.
to be
Oh, I
different.
thought you meant. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like when you're in the actual castle, I wasn't a fan. I also agree with you. I hated the Big Hero 6 world. I was not a fan of that one at all.
I think the open area part is cool, and I like his fit.
I mean, now we're gonna get that though with Quadratum. We're gonna have like the Shibuya Quadratum weird, whatever that is.
Does this art style look like this? This reminds me more of like FF16, right? Like that's what it
for
looks
sure
like.
it does. I mean, that
You know
one
what I
guy
mean?
is Noctis.
That
He is
he's
literally going to be Noctis. He is Noctis.
That's,
Yeah,
uh,
not Noctis.
that
He's
is a
going to be
mobile
like
game.
six.
That's a
That's
mobile game.
Yuzora.
That's
So I
Yuzora.
thought that
No,
too,
that
and then
wasn't
people.
Yuzora. The
no,
guy
hold
with
up.
the mask is not Yuzora.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
hold
guy
up.
from the mask is from the mobile game.
Yeah, he's from the mobile
Yeah, the
game.
guy from Mask of the mobile game.
He's a
Most of
Keyblade
the-
wielder.
Most of the characters that you saw are either from the mobile game, or they're like you don't know who they are. And then
That is insane
there's
to me they're doing this again, where you have to have played this mobile game that's shut down to understand the story and know the character.
yeah, you better.
It's just because
they
they make these like really high quality movies, so I don't think they feel pressure to
Yeah.
have everyone play the mobile game because they're just gonna make the movie anyway.
And, you
And
just
also-
watch the whole story from
Yeah,
there.
and also the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 is completely mobile game motivated.
Yeah,
Like the
true,
entire
with the
thing at the
Keyblade War-
Keyblade
yeah.
at the Keyblade
Yeah.
War, like that
Yeah.
entire sequence where like that's all from the mobile
there's
game.
that literal like you get the usernames of people.
Yeah,
that-
yeah, that shit was fire. Where you have to press triangle and you go through all the usernames of people who like played the game. That was fire.
yeah.
Okay, I'm done talking about this
Anything
game. We
else
can
about
move
any
on.
of the JRPGs? Anybody
No,
else?
can we talk about fighting games now,
Oh.
please?
Yeah,
There's
go ahead,
one
let's
game
talk
I
about
wanted to talk about. Well, hold on. There's one game
Oh,
I just
no,
want to give
okay.
a quick shout out. It's not a
Go ahead,
JRPG,
go ahead.
but it is an RPG. Chapter 5, Deltarune. Shout out.
Oh, that's right. Comes out this month. Yep, excited about that.
That and Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen.
You
Dragon's
know,
Dogma 2 Dark
Toby
Arisen.
Fox is in Japan now, so it might actually be considered a
It might-
JRPG.
yeah, it could be.
Wait,
No,
hold
yeah,
on.
definitely.
Before we move on from JRPGs, we didn't talk at all about Persona.
Oh, true.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we gotta
True.
talk
Yeah.
about this. Yes,
Yeah, so-
how
I
are
just
we-
realized-
what
yeah,
are we doing here? Yeah.
Obviously, we had the new stuff on Persona 4 Revival,
Yep.
brand new trailer. It's you can see the Persona 3 Reload influence.
Yeah, I
throughout
kinda
that whole
don't-
game.
I don't know if I like how it looks.
Really? Oh, I think it looks awesome.
I don't like how Persona 3 looks
Can I
either.
ask a
remake.
just a quick question? We don't have to talk about it. Is it
Mm.
weird that I hate P3?
No, I don't
'Cause-
think that's weird.
Because like
I
I
think-
get like people who really love it and are like, "Yo, P3." I found that game incredibly boring.
I never.
I
Finished
think
it.
every Persona game has its fans and haters. Like I think that just makes sense. They all have quite stark differences. Of course, they're all similar at their core, but like there's particular aspects about them when it comes.
Well, it's
to
like people
themes and
just
how they
liking
express
different
characters.
Pokemon generations.
Yeah, exactly.
I can
Yeah,
see it.
for
Like,
sure.
Okay.
people can like P3 a lot, and people could like fucking like Metaphor a lot. People can like.
Speaking of, coming to Switch 2. Metaphor
Yep.
Fantasia.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just hate fucking the tower, like the Tartar. Like I hate that shit.
Tartarus.
Yeah, Tartarus is boring as fuck to me. But that might.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Anyway,
think,
continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so with a Persona 4 Revival, one of the things as well is that they've been presenting a lot in terms of new mechanics to the game as well. And I think the more modern Persona games, particularly since like 5, have been making a pretty active effort to make those games feel a lot more streamlined in terms of their combat, and consequently they become a lot easier.
Yeah.
But
Showtime mode is insane. I don't know.
yeah,
What that,
Showtime mode is
that's
fucking
like an auto win mode.
just win the
basically.
battle for you. It's like Persona 3 added Thurgy, which was already like pushing it.
Yeah, but I still think the game looks cool. I think there's like, for me, I think the character renders actually don't look quite as nice as say like the Persona 3 Reload ones do. But overall, I'm definitely looking forward to the game. It sounds like they've also got a new
Do you mean the
vocalist.
renders in game or like the key art renders?
There's just like a
I mean, like the character portraits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you about to say?
Sorry,
Zach?
what
were
were
you
you
gonna
saying,
say,
Jeff?
there's a comparison going around on Twitter, and I noticed it during the trailer. They ever since the original PS2 version of Persona 4, they just haven't been able to nail the fog. There's just no fog, which is a big part of the atmosphere of Inaba and point of the game. There's a screenshot floating around on Twitter comparing original golden.
I saw
and-
that, and it looks like shit, dude.
Can you
Yeah.
post it? I'm
I want to see the
unclear about what you're
comparison.
talking
Which
about.
is
I have
weird
to-
because I
I
feel
have
like
to
you have
find it.
more
Hold
tools now to be able to better emulate it, but
Yeah.
it's worse than it originally
When you say
was.
fog, what do you mean? Because I'm having a hard time understanding. You mean literally fog, or
Yeah,
just
like
like
fog.
That's
the
part of Persona
mechanic?
4. No. Part of Persona 4 is a fog rolls in and people disappear during the fog.
Okay, I haven't played in forever.
Also, real
Okay.
quick,
While
we
you're
had a
looking for that-
donation.
Oh, here I'll just.
I was just gonna read
I
that
made
out.
this
Yeah.
post. I'll just put it in the podcast. I'll forward it.
While he's putting that in the podcast thing, though, we got a donation from Clax who said, "Not a drill. Kingdom Hearts on Switch 2 is going to be the collection for Kingdom Hearts on Switch 2 is going to be 541.
Yeah, Zeph was talking about that
gigabytes.
earlier.
Yeah,
Right. Actually, though,
it's got to be
That-
54.1. There's no
that's
fucking
actually.
way.
I was gonna say that's actually not the case because the box art for the game reveals it's like 148 or something. So I don't know where they got.
What?
541
That's still insane.
It's a lot, but that's
Mm.
equivalent to what it is on PlayStation.
You're getting
Worth
like
like
how
140.
you're getting a lot of games that are from Epic.
It's six.
essentially, which
It's six.
I'm not
It's
surprised
Yeah.
six games and a movie.
But the eShop listing of that is incorrect. It's the cartridge listing is like 150. or
historically
something,
known
that's
for
what it
not
actually is.
compressing.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks
There's the comparison, by the way. There's no, like, as you can see, the fog for some reason is localized entirely to the background, which makes the characters like hyper pop
huh.
out.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is kind of weird.
And they
Oh.
just haven't been able to nail that since the original. Even Golden fucks it up.
I wonder if it's like a saturation thing or
I don't know if it's
No,
just
it's
something.
that
just
they're
it's an
using.
engine thing that they're just not able to emulate it one to one.
But like it in this sense, it probably shouldn't be 1-to-1. It should be better.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
yeah,
Like,
stronger
they can't
technology.
even
Yeah.
they can't even make it better, which is weird.
I almost wonder if the net, like, you know, PS2 games all have this like graininess to them. I wonder if that is just not possible to recreate on modern consoles.
All right,
don't know.
everybody, for P6, go ahead and give me your dumbest prediction about
Wait,
what
wait,
the mechanic
wait,
or what
before,
the.
before we jump to P6, because like Persona 4 is my favorite, so I'm super excited.
Oh, go ahead.
to
Yeah.
get like this remake.
Yeah,
of
4 is
Persona
my favorite. 4 and 2 are my favorite.
Yeah, like even down to like, because we haven't heard it yet, but Persona 4 has such like Persona 5 themes obviously are amazing, but I love the Persona 4 themes, so I really cannot wait.
I think
to
it has the
hear-
best soundtrack still.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what they do for like the theme where you're like outside the TV before you go in, like when you're prepping for the dungeon run. I'll face myself, the new version of that, like all that kind of stuff. I love the fact that
You're
we-
going to Junes?
Do you think
Yeah, true. New Junes.
are dungeons going to be randomly generated again, or do you think they're going to be
I
like
hope
Persona
not.
5 dungeons?
I hope
No,
we
I
actually
think
have
it'll be
proper
like
bespoke.
Persona 5.
Yeah, I hope we have proper bespoke dungeons because randomly generated procedural ones suck. I think it's okay as like a complementary thing, like how Mementos exists, but
Sure,
like, as
sure.
your core dungeons, I want them to have actual dungeons.
Yeah, and then the fact that
What are we saying about P6?
Mary's in the trailer, so we're gonna get all the golden stuff, and it's not gonna be like
Yeah.
probably a DLC later like they did with 3.
Oh, I
What
was
were
just
you
gonna.
saying?
I was just gonna
Something
say,
about-
everyone, give me your dumbest prediction about what the fucking what they're gonna do to summon their persona. Are like, are they gonna like hit themselves in the face with a frying pan? Like, what are they gonna do? Like, it's always that's my favorite part about Persona games is like, what is the thing that they're gonna do? I think
Okay,
that
okay.
I think
Go,
that they're
go.
gonna like. I mean, obviously, we're just spitballing here. I think they're probably gonna do something like grab a cell phone and like call their persona.
So my idea is actually quite simple. So
Uh-huh.
based on the little tiny teaser we got from the trailer, where we have this kind of whole graveyard theme going on, right? I think it's simply they're gonna reach their hands like
It's their chest.
into just into the ground as if they're like trying to dig out a
Like
corpse.
digging them up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Interesting. Okay.
And
actually
that-
could be
They're
fire.
going to
That's
like
not
pull
fire.
their
Yeah.
personas
actually-
up.
out
That's
the
actually
ground,
cool. That's
yeah.
not fire. Damn it.
I have
Just
an
the
idea.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Is it dumb or is it serious?
No, it's serious.
Damn
It's because from the trailer, you know, the stuff that they show, they have like the little glimpses where you've got the teeth and you got the fingers and stuff. I think to summon your persona, you have to brush your teeth.
Oh, there we go. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, Roger.
Damn,
That's what I was
so-
waiting for. Thank you.
Persona fans can't play the game.
Tough.
Right,
Wow.
here's my idea.
Okay, Coast, talk to me.
Based off of the trailer, I got vibes that it's like ghost hunting game, right?
Yeah, there's
Uh-huh.
like cryptids and shit.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a character that has a
Bigfoot?
giant flashlight and is like a scaredy cat and looking around with their flashlight, and then they're gonna point it to one thing, and that's where their persona is gonna be.
Unironically, a Bigfoot demon could be kind of crazy.
That's actually kind of fun.
Also, I think the Velvet Room is going to be a church.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's cool. I
Okay,
like that
that's good.
idea. Yeah.
So
Like
do you think
like a
the
cathedral?
attendant will be like a nun?
Yes.
I like that idea.
Not romancing the nun, bro. No. Bro.
No one even's gonna understand that. That's fine.
And you know what console you can play it on?
Uh-huh. Wait,
Xbox.
hold on. I do.
Xbox One, Xbox Two, Xbox 3, Xbox 3, Xbox 3. We
Yo,
the
what the-
Xbox Crew.
Roger.
I'm literally playing Final Fantasy right now. That was not me.
Hey, you know what I'll be playing soon? Some fucking fighting games, bro. Let's talk about these fighting
Oh, we can
games.
talk about- okay, so that honestly was one of the craziest announcements of this entire thing.
Tifa and Street Fighter.
The way that they played on the leaks, right? Because the whole thing with the leak with Tifa was that like Vega, Goken, and then who's the other one that was going to be in the set with
Hagar, I
Tifa?
think it was.
Hagar, right. That was going to be the set. So right from the get-go, when you see two new characters, then Bosch from World Tour, you're like, oh, okay, so the leak isn't happening. We're like, we're not going to get Tifa, and then nope, right at the end, you get the little logo. She punches into it. Incredible.
That was my maybe like a top 5 character announcement that I've ever seen in a fighting game. Just
I
like it
will
was
say,
done
though,
perfectly.
The leaks have been bumming me because I feel like I would have popped off way harder if I didn't get spoiled.
Oh yeah,
and now people are just pushing spoilers in your face now without even like it's just annoying that you can't even avoid it.
Video
anymore.
game leaks aren't even treated like spoilers.
Yeah, it's getting a little frustrating because I
Well,
feel
'cause a
like
lot
if
of
I
times
saw
people
that,
will be like,
I
"It's
would
just
have
an advertisement,
absolutely
man."
popped off.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, you know, wait. I totally forgot while we were talking about RPGs. The other, the game I'm excited for instead of Muramasa is Dragon Quest Monsters 4.
Oh yeah, they did announce the new Dragon Quest Monsters.
It
They
looks
showed
really
that
good.
during the direct today.
Those games
I
are so
wish-
good.
Yeah.
I wish it had orchestrated music was the only thing. The MIDI was like weird going back
Yeah.
to that after we had the great music in 11. But I get it.
I
It's a
just think
smaller
it's
budget game.
the Monsters games are like notoriously lower budget.
Yeah. But you said they're really good, right?
Yeah, I love them.
Now what were you saying, Tito?
I was ready. I was ready
You
to
guys
talk
about
about.
to be broken. That's what you're gonna say.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with
Monster,
like
bro.
the materia because they mentioned they're gonna use materia
Yeah.
in her gameplay. So
Yeah,
I'm very
yeah,
curious
yeah.
how that's
Yeah,
gonna play
right.
out.
I think she's a stance user.
Oh yeah, that could true.
Yeah,
Should she be
that's-
fire,
yeah.
ice, and like electric?
Yeah. She
Yeah,
has
yeah.
there's different stances that she has to either. It's like she'll have her own. She will have a materia like special action. Like it might be like
Do
it
you
might be
think
like
she'll
down to
have?
six.
Do you think you'll be able to pull up a menu in game and use a spell?
I
I
think
think it'll be a
that
menu, but I do think it'll be what you just said is that she has an action that swaps between the material, almost
Yeah.
like Sora with the different spells
So-
in Smash.
They
So
might
there's-
put the
there's a-
menu as like a sound effect or like a callback rather than actually making you do menuing kind of stuff.
there's a lame way I think they could do it, which is like, okay, so let's say she has like a DP, right? Like she obviously has a DP, right? And she probably has a dive kick. Like depending on what materia you have, that will have a different property. So if you have like lightning or if you have a thunder materia, it will have more. It will get the stun up more, or it'll take meter. If you
Street
have
Fighter
fire,
Cross Tekken Gems are back.
yeah, it'll be that. That's I think the boring way to do it. I think the cool way to do it is to like depending. She will have like Rekkas. She obviously has to have Rekka. Like that's kind of the whole like.
Yeah,
Tifa feels
I
like
think
a
she'll
Rekka
be
character.
for sure.
It's very
Yeah,
much her
so, like,
thing.
I think dependent on the materia that she has, she will get access to certain moves. And like I think she's one of those characters that is actually 3 characters.
It's
Like-
also funny she got into Street Fighter because everyone
not
I think
Tekken?
associated her with
Yeah,
Tekken.
everyone's
Yeah,
on
it's-
Tekken.
Well,
Yeah.
did you hear the news that came out? That essentially Square was talking with a bunch of these companies, and that Tekken requested Tifa, and they were like, "No, we're good." And then they after
Yeah,
and then
they were like,
with-
no,
with
we're
Street
gonna have her in
Fighter.
Street Fighter. It makes more
right,
sense.
right,
for
right.
us.
And they were like, "Yeah, Street Fighter's new season's coming out. It lines up good with the game. We're looking to do more crossovers."
Yeah,
so,
it was, and
yeah,
it's,
we gave
the
it to them
biggest
instead.
point. The biggest point of it was, Yeah, your DLC is lining up with the release of our game, so we're just gonna go with you.
Yeah, we're gonna give you
smart.
Clive instead. Here's
Tekken
Clive.
still got Yujiro, which was cool.
Yeah, it's still a
Yeah,
cool
that
game.
was
right. Actually,
Being
while
to-
we're on the topic of guest characters in fighting games and new characters in fighting games, Viram, I think I might be playing 2XKO with you kind of soon with Thresh and with Senna.
Ooh, Thresh and Senna.
Yeah,
We might be
they
playing
both
it.
look
They just
sick.
announced those two. They look pretty good.
Thresh looks busted.
Yeah, the fact you could tag to his lantern wherever it is.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
They gave him which stone was it in Infinite? Is that the Space Stone? Where it just lets you it makes your tag even more busted.
Spacey, I actually don't remember.
I think it is Space. One of the stones makes your tag even more busted. It's not realities. Might be alright. Regardless, like the fact that
Either
you
that
can
or
just
the
tag
Time
wherever.
Stone.
Yeah, one of the two. One of the stones lets you make your tag more busted, and this shit is OD. What?
Hey, they just came out today, didn't they? They're literally-
Hello?
You know what else was OD?
Hello, Roger?
Your mic messed up, Roger.
What?
Roger, you just came
Oh.
out of like another dimension. I don't know what
Oh
happened.
no, I was saying they both came out today, right?
Oh yeah, no, it
Yeah.
was today. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually play with it. But I'm saying it got announced since the last show. But I think
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
thought it was just going to be Senna, and then they did like the double drop. All the people were saying that like they had the Thresh design of the trailer, and then they were like, "Oh, they're going to do a double drop," and then they did.
There's a roguelike in the game too, right?
Yep. They added
Yeah,
like a
they
new
roguelike mode.
story mode type thing. Yep, with like an infinity chart and everything. It looks kind of cool, actually.
You know what else
Yeah,
looks
I
kind of
think-
cool?
What else looks cool?
Knights of Doom, baby.
Yes, sir.
Oh
I was,
my god.
I was thinking, I almost
that-
forgot this came out during all this. We have had so much
Yes,
news.
it's been
That
a
was,
big
like-
fighting game week. It has been.
So I think
Where's Joker at?
every team so far that they've revealed has
We're
had
talking
kind
about,
of
we're
like
talking about Marvel. We're talking about Marvel
The
Token.
Knights of Doom and
I
Token.
heard what he said, bro.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
so I think
Bro.
every,
All
every
this
team
excitement
so
just to get
far,
y'all last beat by me too. This shit crazy, bro.
you're not beating me though.
Huh?
You're not beating me though.
On a Marvel
Yeah.
game, you're smoked.
Give me some time in the lab and I'll be cooking. But yeah, I think every team so far has had like, I don't want to say mixed, but kind of mixed reception where like they'll reveal characters that people really wanted. You know, like the X-Men team, you got Wolverine. They added Magic, and then they added Danger, which was very kind of out of left field pick. Spider-Man's team has Penny on it, but this team is just 4 heavy hitters, like 4 characters that loads of people wanted, 4 characters that are incredibly recognizable among Marvel's cast, and like I don't think I've seen a bad word about this particular team. I think everyone just is super happy with what they've done, and all 4 of them. Well, obviously we've seen plenty of Doom already, but like Magneto, Carnage, and Green Goblin all look amazing.
Yeah, they do.
Green
People have been
Goblin.
asking for Green Goblin and Carnage.
Green
in,
Goblin's
like, Marvel
moveset looks
games
really cool.
for a
Mm.
long time.
He's a set play character, bro, with the glider. Like he's
I like
just
that he
all
has the
set play.
glider.
The glider's
like,
awesome.
he's
The fact that he can,
constantly
like,
on it.
Yeah, mount and dismount the glider whenever is.
He's
You're
an
gonna have
orb
some
character.
crazy setups, bro.
Bro, that character is setplay.exe. That shit is OD. And Carnage looks like a fucking like hit every button, roll your face on the fight stick. Put like all my shit has like 18 frames of
Yeah, they all
invincibility
look
on
like
it.
they play wildly different.
Mm.
I thought
Magneto looks like a menace.
Carnage
though.
was gonna be kind of like an Eddie type thing.
I think it's cool Magneto has a moveset that's more than just like purple mist now.
Yeah, because like one of the big things is like Magneto, obviously, just as a character, is all about sort of control. He's such a,
Yeah.
an incredibly powerful presence as a character, and Marvel's like Marvel vs. Capcom moveset for the character is incredibly cool, but
It's
In a
cool
sense-
functionally. But
yeah,
like, yeah.
but it doesn't quite capture that element of the character as well. But like this version where you're gathering together the various metal fragments and you're tossing them at the opponent, you're magnetizing them towards you, and you're like lobbing cars.
Yeah, because
and-
they could have
Wow.
just easily gone Marvel versus Capcom route with the mist. So I like what you said with the cars.
Yeah, they're just getting all of these components together. Like he feels like a force of nature, and I think that's super cool.
Well, Viren, was it you that I was talking to where I was like, because I was like, I kind of have to play Hulk, and I was like, because he's the big body character. Like, there's
Yeah.
there's a bunch of cool characters that have really cool design, But what I'm finding, what I'm looking for mechanically from the last team is like there are certain archetypes that aren't really filled out. Like there's no real grapple character. There's no real grappler in this game. And even though grapplers are kind of ass in tag fighters like this, I still kind of want one though. Like I want I guess Penny is the joke character, like as far as we've seen.
But even she looks like very good and versatile. Like she doesn't look like a bad character by any means.
No, not a bad character. I just mean
I
like
forgot she was even in.
Yeah, she looks like kind of like the character that like has a bunch of like wacky stuff and like not like Faust, but you know what I mean? Like just like
Yeah, I mean she's got like her unique skill is literally a random projectile of an assortment of different ones that you can potentially get.
Yeah. So I'm looking for like so this last team is definitely the Midnight Suns, right? We're all super. It's 100%.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure.
So this is what I think. I think it's obviously Ghost Rider. I think Blade is a lock. I think Blade is a lock 100%. I
honestly think Blade and Doctor Strange are 100%.
I don't think it's Doctor Strange. I think it's Nico, who is a Midnight Sun, who she's in the game. She's very prevalent, and I think the last character is probably actually.
You guys don't think it's going to be Scarlet Witch?
Because
I think there's at least one woman on that team.
Yeah, I think
it's
Nico.
There's a few. They could be Nico. It could be
It could be because Magic is also a Midnight Sun, but she's on the X-Men. I want Punisher on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if Strange isn't on it, then Punisher's gonna be on it. If Punisher's not on it, then Strange is on it. Blade's 100% on it.
Blade's 100% on is the only one I'm like willing to bet money on. But yeah, I do think this game needs a couple more female characters, and I would not be surprised if it's 2-2 with this team. Like if it's Nico and like Scarlet Witch, maybe.
I think Scarlet Witch is almost definitely going to be in this. I thought Scarlet Witch for a time was going to be on the Doom team, and then when we saw like Green Goblin, I thought, oh, okay, maybe they're not doing Carnage, and then they did both of the Spider-Man villains.
I wonder how
Spidey's just going to get his butt beat in this game. I don't know what's going on.
Since they like with what Viram said about Magneto, like making him feel more like Magneto, I'm wondering how they're going to translate Scarlet Witch's powers to the game. Because isn't her? I don't know nothing about Marvel that much, but aren't her powers like imagination powers?
No, her power. She.
Elsa,
not to get into it. Her
It's
power
like reality stones.
No, her power specifically. She has control over probabilities. Like, it's
So she's
like,
winning the 50-50 every time.
Kind of like Domino technically has control over probabilities. Like actually, like she's actually lucky, but
yeah,
like Chaos, like Scarlet Witch's power, she's a witch, obviously, but like her ability is like technically the ability to control the outcome of events. Technically, like it's kind of busted. She kind of basically her power is plot armor, essentially.
How does she?
Which
play
is a
in
lot of
Marvel
Marvel heroes' powers.
How does she play in Marvel Rivals? I assume they would just do it like that.
No, in Marvel Rivals she plays like this slow, like she's like a dot character, and then like her ult is like a nuke. Like she doesn't really. I actually hate the way she plays in Marvels because it doesn't feel at all like her. If it was up to me, I think Nico, because I think Nico is like this, like she's a conjuring character. She could put a bunch of like
OG for Midnight Suns as well.
Yeah, she's an OG from the Midnight Suns as well, and she has and she's just a character that I think fits really nice into the design of Tokon. She's a Japanese character, and she already has like that kind of like techno futuristic aesthetic.
Do you think she could be like a summon / puppet type character for the game?
Yes, that's exactly what I think if she's in the game. I think exactly because again, we're missing some. There are some archetypes that just don't really exist in in Tokon that are prevalent through amongst a lot of other.
Is this who you're talking about?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, she could be cool.
So
I was talking about Elsa Bloodstone. That's what I forgot.
Yeah. So although Scarlet Witch people know because of the movies and stuff, Nico is the witch. Like Nico is the actual classical witch. Like in the Marvel canon. Like she's a literal witch.
Isn't Agatha? Isn't that the whole thing with the whole show? She was like the witch with her coven.
again, Agatha, yes, but Scarlet Witch isn't actually like she's a witch, but not really. She's a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Like Scarlet Witch is a mutant. Like Nico is a witch. Nico is closer. Nico and Agatha are the same thing.
Also,
Gotcha.
for anyone who's seen the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Nico is in that. She's Spider-Man's friend in that. That is Nico.
Yeah. But this game's gonna be sick. What's crazy to me, and I know I'm jumping the shark on that too, but it's like last team is gonna be all magic people. I don't really care who they pick. Ghost Rider is already gonna be fire. I'm interested to see how they roll out the DLC and who they choose for that. Are they just doing 4 random characters? Because I think they're probably gonna just do teams, right? Like
Yeah.
4 members of a team.
So on that topic, I think it's going to depend on how they want to tie DLC characters to potential story content for the DLC. Because if they want to like push the story further and like make new episodes of the story mode, then
could do, like,
they're definitely going to do teams.
They could do like a Fantastic Four team. They could do a new Avengers team. They can do a Thunderbolts team. They could do Guardians of the Galaxy team. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that they could do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Marvel has infinite teams.
Yeah, I mean, just the shelf life. In terms of characters, like I know there was discussion about this game having a small roster for a tag fighter. With how cool and unique each character is, I'm actually okay with the roster being like I want 20, but like most Marvel games have a shit ton of characters, but a lot of them either are dog shit or play the same. Like I don't need Iron Man and War Machine. You know what I mean? Like I don't need both of them.
Yeah, that's like, and I understand that. I'm in the vein of, especially for a tag fighter, it should have more. It's gonna have how many it's gonna have. You know, I can't really change that. Like I said, also when we were talking about DLC, is like it's for a year. When it's a 4v4 tag fighter, it's just like you're just gonna see a lot of repeats, just because the roster's not really that big. Which again, and when the game gets solved, yes, you're gonna see repeats anyway. It's just like then the game has time to breathe. People got time to try stuff. You got time to figure stuff out. When you have less characters, when you need so many for a team, you're going to see a lot of the same characters repeated, which I think for viewing is not really as good.
Well, I mean that's where I agree with you in general. I think for just based off of again fighting game, nobody actually wants a balanced fighting game. We've had this discussion a billion times.
Yeah,
but in terms of what I'm seeing, the fact that each character for the most part, I haven't seen 2 characters that play at all the line. Like so, and I think that. In a team fighter, your composition and what you're able to actually provide to your team composition matters more than the individual skill of each character most of the time. Like your assist matters more. Like your character can be dog shit, but if you have a busted assist, you're gonna get played.
Yeah, you're gonna get played.
Like
one thing to keep in mind as well with regards to how this game is probably going to be played, at least early on. A lot of people are going to play this early on as just like a 1v1 with assists.
Yes.
As they get used to how the game branches out in terms of the tag mechanics. And so with that in mind, you might actually see a decent variety, at least when it comes to the point characters, because you know people are going to have their preferred points and they're going to have different assist synergies alongside the point characters. So I still think there's a good amount of potential variety even early on.
Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see.
In this game, like unlike Marvel, where like you have to consider your entire composition a little bit more, like your second character actually matters way less than your point and your anchor a lot of the time. In this game, your point matters more than anything else that you're playing.
Yeah, because
like
you'll only have them until you do certain things.
Yeah, or unless you're losing. Like until you're losing, your point, like you know what I mean? Like your anchor doesn't matter unless you're losing, and theoretically, you shouldn't be losing. So. Like, I don't know. Like, I think like if Viram and I have the same 4 characters, we're gonna have different points. But so that means our teams are gonna be incredibly different because he's gonna have an access to an assist that I won't. I think this game's gonna look and play. I'm so excited. Evo for this game is gonna be fucking nuts.
You know what I'm curious about?
What are you curious about, Coase? The segue?
I'm curious about what McDare thought about Fable.
Oh, actually, I'm kind of interested too.
That was gonna be my next one. We went around again. We probably gave up on that. I'm a super.
No, we didn't. No, I thought you're next because we were talking about the fighting games.
No, I mean,
wasn't that just Coast?
Shofu hasn't gone Viram has a god.
Yeah, but we're in Discord order. No, we all went once, and then now we're
No, we
going
didn't.
around again.
We have not all gone once.
No.
We kind of skipped around, and because you wanted to talk about JRPG.
Wait. Who hasn't gone yet?
Shofu.
Shofu, go ahead. Name another game. And Viram, name another game.
I don't know, bro.
Actually, wait. Shofu did well. He did Ninjala. He said Ninjala 2, then went to something
No,
else.
he did not say Ninjala. He said Komori, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Komori. Yeah, he said. But I'm saying the joke was he said Ninjala, and then he went to Komori. I remember that. So it would be Viram.
So
I didn't serious about Ninjala, bro.
I mean, to be honest, we've kind of talked about most of the games that I was.
That's kind of why I jumped to Fable.
Hey, fair enough. I'm super excited. Like I've been, like they announced beforehand that this game's getting delayed till next year, so it's early next year, and the fact that like we're getting more and more like trailers of the game.
I do have a game, but carry on.
Okay, we can do it next, I guess. But I super cannot wait to play this game because like Fable is. I think it's funny that Xbox Direct or Showcase started with Gears of War, Fable, Halo, and it's like they're just going right back to like, yeah, these are Xbox games that you like, and here we go. And Fable, I like that. I think they're setting up the female character in that trailer. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the villain, either villain or rival. And like they're setting up
it gave villain vibes.
Yeah, but this is a world where they're like, because normally Fable is like you're the hero, but this just feels like it's being set up. There are multiple heroes all doing different things, and like this is one of them. And her answer to stuff is no, I'm gonna do it this way, and if people don't like it, shove it. Like kind of like idea. And I'm just super excited to see how it plays out because like another thing they talked about in some like past stream or interviews they had, that every single NPC they went through all of them. All of them are voiced. There's like thousands. There's at least 1,000, I think. They're voiced. They all have opinions and things. And unlike normal Fable where it's like, this is good choice, this is bad choice, that'll still be there. But even if you do a good choice, some people will not like you for that. So like that's gonna like that part of Fables, they're trying to take that up to 11 where it's not always like, here's good, here's bad. You know, like even Infamous does the same thing, like good choice, bad choice, your character changes based on that. Like they want more gray in the middle. I think that's kind of an interesting way to elevate what Fable is, because I still think they're going to have, obviously this is going to be saving an orphanage and this is going to be burning it down. Like I feel like there's going to be some of those that's very, very direct, but then having more nuance in between and having the NPCs actually play off of that. They talked about you can buy, unless I'm misremembering, I'm pretty sure you can buy almost any building. You can marry almost anyone and have kids. Like they're going full in for like the stuff from like Fable 1, 2, 3 that like people liked and like elevating them to like the next level. So I'm super excited, and I mean I can't wait. Obviously, I really like Fable. So that trailer was just like super bringing it home to me that like, okay, this game I really want to play, because even like the theming of the villain isn't just comical twirling mustache. It is someone like you that just went through a different path. And it's like, and then how do you two clash on that? Like, I think that's really cool.
Do you feel like how I did when I watched the trailer and thought, man, I feel like it lost its whimsical identity from the first Fable, and it got more darker and grittier?
I think this trailer, yes, but I from interviews they talked about they're going more, instead of fantasy, they're going folklore, and like a lot of folklore isn't always whimsical kind of thing. Like they have like Jack and the Beanstalk, where like the thing with that is if you kill the giant, his skeleton is just on the. He's like, as I said, if you choose to kill him, his body will just be decaying and just on the world, and people will see that. So like they are getting like grittier, but I think it's just the tone they're taking instead of like fantasy whimsical is more like folklore, like grounded tales kind of thing. So I could see that a bit, but I feel like some that Fable like humor, I don't think they're gonna lose that. I just think they want like the story beats to be a little more serious than past Fable games, maybe.
Cool.
Right on. Who was next then? Oh, Viram, you said you had a game.
I do. Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I was going to bring it up next. Yes, sir. Absolutely. So go ahead and speak on it a little bit, Viram.
So it's very clear to us. I mean, we kind of got this from the first trailer. It's very clear to us that this follows the Fire Emblem Three Houses canon. It's set in Dagda, which, for those of you who may or may not have remembered, that is the place where Shamir the archer comes from in Three Houses. Three Houses set in Fodlan, which is like I think northwest of where Dagda is. Dagda at the time of Three Houses was a pretty small region from what I could remember, but clearly that is no longer the case in this game. And based on, I think, certain pieces of evidence, bits of character dialogue, as well as a calendar, this is set in the future, a few hundred years ahead of the events of Three Houses. Yeah.
You even see one of the characters, Marianne's descendant. Who is she? The light blue-haired girl
Ursula.
that you see with like the yes, right. You see, she has the mark of the beast, like on her body. So you're like, oh, clearly this is gonna be related to her. So yeah,
there's a handful of characters that have the crests from past Three Houses characters. I think like I saw the crest of Gautier, which is like Sylvain's crest in there, the crest of the beast, a couple of others as well. There's a lot going on in that trailer in terms of those little details. I haven't really given myself enough time to properly break it down, but this is one of the first times where I've been like impressed by the overall aesthetic of a main series Fire Emblem game, where like the game looks and runs really well. Like I think the character design is awesome. It's very like it's bright and colorful and very expressive, but not in an overwhelming way like Engage's was to me. And I really like how tied to the setting the characters feel as well.
Well, the setting itself, I think, is so neat. Having it in like this kind of Greco-Roman Colosseum looking setting, and like a lot of the character designs even that we've seen, like the four main lords all look really cool. Dietrich is straight up Alucard, which is I think pretty awesome. And Theodora's really cool as well. She's like the war-torn kingdom queen. She looks awesome. Lita's great, the like musician out for revenge, who seems very Primrose. If you've played,
is the pink-haired girl from Three Houses there? That was friends with the blue-haired girl.
What,
no,
Hilda?
I didn't.
No, I don't think any of the old characters are in the game.
Apart from Sothis.
It's only her, yeah.
Right, Sothis. Also, Sothis.
This-
it seems
this
like
could
a
be-
boss battle.
This
That
could
little
be
bit
a,
at the ending.
this could be a prequel or a sequel. It doesn't even have to be a sequel. It could just take place in the same universe.
Yeah, it's definitely 300 years after is what, like based on the timing of the map is when it takes place. It's 300 years after Three Houses in, like you said, the kingdom where Shamir comes from. I loved, like, there's so many little touches in this trailer that I loved. I loved that the character portraits move now when they're talking, as opposed to just being like flat PNGs. That was cool. A lot of the animations are really awesome as well. Some of the crit animations, the character designs, like you said, are great. It's got a good aesthetic. The like instruments they're using for the music, I think, are really good too. Like they've got the mandolin that plays in there with the violins.
I think like post Awakening, Fire Emblem music has been really good. Like Awakening soundtrack's fantastic. Fates, Three Houses, Engage, they all have really, really good soundtracks. They have been cooking.
Yeah, I'm dying to know more about it. And we don't have to wait too long. This game is also coming out in September. It comes out September 17th.
That Viram and I were talking about after the direct, because we were wondering, like, is there going to be like a Byleth? Because I thought that the white character in the hood might be Byleth, and Viram pointed out that actually that person is probably the new like MC character, like
the new
stand-in.
Lord.
Because the box, like the key art came out, and then there's a male and female version of that character on the cover.
The key art's amazing too, by the way.
It looks fantastic.
So good.
The main thing I would say is that comparative to, say, Byleth and Alir, where they are obviously the central characters throughout the game and you control them throughout the whole game, the bits and pieces we've seen of this game, you are controlling like one of the four main characters. You're controlling either Kai, Dietrich, Theodora, or Lida, and that is like your protagonist. While I think this character, this avatar-looking character in white, who, first of all, I think this is the sickest-looking avatar character they've ever done. I think this character looks awesome.
Yeah.
I think it looks so cool, both the male and female versions. But I think this character probably plays a bit more of a secondary role comparative to Byleth and Alir.
I think more.
I'm curious how that's going to work, though, when you have like your player character avatar that's not the main character. Like, I wonder if maybe they're only inserted in key moment battles of each of the 4 stories. I don't know.
Well, it could almost be kind of like Awakening.
Yeah, as I
where,
said, more like Robin.
Robin is, of course, a key part of the story, but like, it's
Crom
not
is the main character. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
Crom is the main character, particularly for the former half of the game, and then it kind of shifts towards Lucina later on, once we get into the time travel stuff. Which actually, they mentioned in the synopsis for this game that there is going to be time travel in some shape or form.
Okay.
We might get
Which
some
is
of the
kind of
Three
wild. I
Houses
don't know how it's
characters
children again. Oh,
I don't know if they're children. I wonder if they'll have like the Three Houses characters like come back in some way. If they're going to do time
that would
travel,
be cool.
You get Edelgard or something, finally saved from her fate. Give us finally the canon ending for Three Houses, where all the
kind of
lords
just
live.
wanted like new characters to get room to stretch their legs instead of.
Yeah, that's true. That is a fair point.
I do think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get a lot of that, though. I mean, there's because they threw a lot of them at us in just the trailer today. That there was like Nene, who's the girl with the green hair. You got the pink-haired girl. You got like the bard-looking character with the clopen hat. There's a bunch of them.
You got the cool big dude with like the one eye.
Yep.
It's probably going to be a very good unit because those one-eyed / eye patch units tend to almost always be very good.
They brought back Cain and Abel red and green units.
Yep. Yep. I was gonna say they also announced the special edition during this as well. That's got like the map of Dagda on it with like the art cards. There's a full art book, which is great. They did that with the Xenoblade games as well. You got a full art book with it. The steel book is really pretty. The art that's on that's like a mirror of the one that was on the special edition of Three Houses, where it's the other side of the plains with the 4 lords on top of it. Man, I can't wait. I really do think like of the stuff that has a solid date this year, this is probably my most anticipated game for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
There's 3 things I want to rapid fire real quick because I know no one really wants to talk about them. First thing, that Attack on Titan 3 game is going to be gas.
Oh yes, no. What? Wait. Hold on. Wait. How long have you known me, Coast? What do you mean? No one's going to talk about it? That was literally going to be the next game I bring up.
All right,
my man. I
played 2. That
game
was fire.
So good. Yes.
Not many people know about it because it like barely scratches the surface of Attack on Titan. I don't remember going that far. I think it got it to like season 2.
It ends. I believe it ends with the Beast Titan fight.
Yeah, something like
that.
Where
Erwin sacks himself.
I'm just happy it's an anime game that isn't an arena fighter.
Well, and the thing
is, these games have been around for a while.
Yeah, this is the 3rd one. The first one came out on Switch as well. I think it was originally a PS4 game. The second one came out on Switch and went, like you said, up to the Beast Titan fight towards like the stuff with Erwin. And then all the rest of it was just never touched on. And they basically said that during that announcement for Attack on Titan, that this is the entire story of Attack on Titan. That from the very beginning to the very end, it covers.
Well, they show the end, kinda.
Right,
that trailer was crazy. They just showed like
literally the first
Yeah,
shot
over
of the game is like.
I know, but it's like it's just funny to because like some people might not have seen Attack on Titan or watching this, and it's like, what the fuck is? So it's just like you might want to.
It's their problem. They should have been reading.
It's just funny, just like the very first shot being of like the rumbling, which is just so crazy.
That I really think
that
game
is
is
really
gonna be
good,
awesome.
Yeah. And it's probably gonna have co-op again, where like you just go all out with all the soldiers and everything, and it'll be so fun.
Yeah, the way that they handle like latching onto the monsters and swinging around them. I
movement's
don't know if
so
any of you
good,
ever played
man.
Did you ever play like that old Flash game? It wasn't a Flash game. What was it? It was like a fan-made Attack on Titan game years and years ago.
No,
where like you latch to the back of the characters, and it was before we had any Attack on Titan game. And the movement in that always felt weird when you're basically like gassing up to like fly into them. But the way that these games handle that, just the momentum of like flying into wherever it is you're going to attack is so nice. Yeah, I'm actually really stoked for this. They said we're going to get more information, I think beginning of next month, right? They said like July-ish, which is around the time of Anime Expo, so that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But, I'm so glad you brought that up because that was literally going to be one of the games I brought up. My man. All right. McDareth, you got one?
Huh? I thought Coast was rapid firing 3.
Oh, Coast is rapid firing. Go ahead.
I was just gonna bring up Halo, Master Chief Combat Evolved.
What is that? Why is there like Why
They're
do you
they're
play
they're
as
remaking the first game.
do you play as
and
that
it's
guy? What's his name?
Sergeant Johnson.
The
Sergeant
black guy?
Johnson.
Yeah.
Judging from and based on the 3 missions that they're adding, they're adding 3 new missions to the original campaign that came out in like 2001. It seems like you will do co-op with Johnson and Master Chief, which is interesting. They showed a lot of footage, and I just got the vibe from it. But I have to say, I got put in my place because I was not really looking forward to it too much when they originally showed it. I was very skeptical.
Does it look better?
And then that trailer dropped. Dude, it's looking great, man. It's looking phenomenal.
Yeah, it looked really
When does
good.
it come out? Does it have a release date?
July.
It's soon, yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
that's quick.
late July.
Wow, okay.
Thinking back on the Xbox showcase, I love the triple whammy early on, like right at the start of
Yeah.
of Gears into Halo. No, Gears into Fable into Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's back. And then later the like Super 2000s commercial when they did the 25-year anniversary.
Dude, I was so
console.
confused by that, but I want that controller so bad.
Yeah, I want the controller.
They gave them away to people at Summer Game Fest. I didn't go to the showcase, and then I felt bad that I didn't because I would have gotten an Xbox. I could have joined the
Xbox crew.
I could have joined the
Don't do it.
Okay.
Xbox 3, we the Xbox crew.
Okay, there we go.
Last
I
thing.
would have given it to somebody else.
Last thing. Why the fuck is Tupac in Yakuza?
True.
Oh,
Bro,
actually, wait.
literally no fucking reason whatsoever, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for that. Nobody
It's
gives
weird.
a fuck about that. Why'd they do that?
As we're talking about that, I cannot give full impressions of the game yet.
Oh no.
But have you seen how the combat works in that game?
No.
This is stuff they've openly talked about. So essentially, if you've ever played any of the Yakuza games before, they're like beat 'em ups, right? Where you can pick up different items off the ground and like throw them at people. Obviously, the Like a Dragon games are RPGs, but like the mainline Yakuza games are more like beat 'em ups. And obviously, there's still strategy to when you're fighting because there's certain moments you're going to have to pick up items, you're going to have to dodge around it. But the actual combat, if you just wanted to like mash through, you could mash through the games. That is not how the combat works in this at all. The combat in this is Souls-like, where you have
What the fuck?
You have a full parry system. You have a whole stamina system. You've got the L button and the R button, like the triggers on either of the hands. On like your left hand, you're basically punching with the L1 is your light attack. The L2 triggers like your heavy attack. And then same for R1 and R2. And then when you grab with both of them, you could like reach for their neck or you could like throw them to the ground. And I cannot confirm nor deny yet that I've played the combat, but based on what I looked at, I can say it looked incredibly cool and in depth, and I'm very much looking forward to my full impressions later in the week.
Roger hates it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, when you're saying that, maybe think Tekken, which would also mean Virtual Fighter, where like each button is like a limb kind of thing.
That's exactly.
Dude,
what
speaking of Virtual Fighter,
Yeah.
Crossroads is
that's
fire.
right.
It looks
That's
so
right.
sick.
So
Why'd
essentially,
they play a Neo song during it though?
it looks like World Tour, doesn't it? It looks like they've got like a World Tour mode.
Well, I think that's just smart. I wonder if I don't remember if I said this,
That
but I
is
think
smart.
that's the way you just like fighting games. Like you need to go that way. That's like why. Well, that and other things why Mortal Kombat's so successful is because like it's approachable. It's more than just here's a 1v1 fighter and then some tacked on thing we just threw to the side. Like here is a mode you can play to learn Virtual Fighter and play and learn these characters, and then here's some online like then the regular Virtual Fighter stuff is still there for everyone who just wants that.
They've made a very conscious effort with that game to ground it a little bit more in realism, both in terms of like, well, I mean, Virtual Fighter's always been a bit more grounded in that sense, but even right down to how the combat like looks, like you don't really have the juggles anymore. Instead, characters sort of slump as they get hit by things that would have juggled in the previous games, and it just kind of creates a more visceral look to the combat. And I think that's really cool. I'm usually like, when it comes to fighting games, I like to properly invest a lot of time into them to actually get good at them. But I think I look at Virtual Fighter and I think I'd be more than happy to just play this casually. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I mean that in a very good way, where it feels like a game worth buying to just kind of go through the main story mode, have fun doing that, and just like, get a sort of basic grasp of how to play the game and, be done. If
I think that's one of the highest compliments you can give to a fighting game, to be honest.
yeah,
Like, that you would just pick it up and play it. Like that's what makes Smash, right? The fact that you just pick it up and play it forever, and not really.
But even then, it's like you don't need. It's great when a fighting game feels fun when you don't need to be good at it. If you're like bad at a fighting game, but you're still having a great time with it because it has a lot to offer, that is ideal.
Bro, being bad at a Marvel game is fucking hell on earth. like
You know all about that, don't you?
I'm especially I play you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you about to learn. Hop on Tokon, see what happens.
Bro, I'm gonna smoke your shit
I'm
on
gonna really beat the dog shit out of you. That's what's gonna
No,
happen.
you're not.
I'm really going to. Like that's.
Remember he said that.
No, don't worry. It'll be live.
Oh my god.
You must storm like 2 weeks, and I'll be cooking.
I'm more afraid of Verum, to be real.
There really is. There's so many good games coming out. It is just like ridiculous when you look at everything that got announced and everything we've been talking about.
Isn't there like 500 games in September?
It's insane.
So many games are trying to avoid GTA 6.
The last week of September specifically, bro. There's a million.
Like late September, early October is flooded.
Yeah,
bro, they're gonna create the same issue for themselves. We're not gonna buy their games because there's 8,000 games in the same week. What? We're not buying that shit either way.
You know what I actually think it would be fun? Let's pull this up. I have the list of everything that's coming out. Let's guess which of these do well and which of these bomb.
All right, so while you're pulling that up, I'll do this quickly because it's just me here anyway.
Yes.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds. That was our Sonic news. It's getting year 2, which is cool. I mean, we knew the Turtles were coming. We knew Avatar was coming. We didn't know it was Aang and Katara, so that's cool. We knew it was all 4 Turtles. But year 2, we're getting Evangelion, which that thing is in everything. Which just surprised me. Evangelion collab with I forget their names. I know Rey and who is the other female pilot? Yeah. So those two will be racers. Evangelion map. We're getting a Godzilla collab where it looks like it's going to.
That looks incredible.
Yeah, it's City Escape, but on City Escape, Godzilla's rampaging. They could because he and I think a few others are playable.
There's been Chibi Godzilla.
Yeah, in Sonic
That's
Rumble.
what I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Baby Godzilla.
If they were doing it, I
I
think they would have shown it though, because they didn't show him in a car. So that's why I don't know.
I think they're adding Godzilla because of the Destroy All Monsters.
Oh no!
That's gonna
No, it's not because of that. It's like literally right now. There's a crossover in the Sonic comics with Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
There's that, and then Godzilla's in Sonic Rumble. So like they're doing crossovers with Godzilla already. So they put him in this too.
Okay.
It happens that they line up, yeah. But yeah, Godzilla's in. There's a comic that's ongoing. I think there's 2 episodes. Either there's 2 issues out right now, or they're just showing off the comic covers. But there's a Sonic the Hedgehog cross Godzilla comic that IDW is making, and then yeah, Godzilla's in Sonic Rumble.
Are we just listing off stuff?
Yeah, we're still doing that.
Okay. I was AFK, so I'll wait.
No, I mean that's basically.
Actually,
it wasn't go too far. There's not much. I mean, there's the Sonic Pico Park, but I'm not personally interested
I
in that.
played it.
I don't think either.
It's actually really fun. I played it at Summer Game Fest. I played it with a group of 4. The thing about that game, have you ever played the original Pico Park?
No.
So it's a cooperative game, but also you're kind of encouraged to like mess with each other. And the whole thing, I actually got the chance to interview Izuka. So that should be up within the next couple days. I get to interview him, and I got to interview the developer of Pico Park. And one of the things they were talking about was like initially when they approached the Pico Park devs to do this, the Pico Park devs were like, oh, we're going to do like Sonic DLC, right? And they were like, no, we want a full Sonic game. Like, we want you to fully take advantage of all the different abilities of all the different Sonic characters and make a Pico Park game based around that. So even in the first 2 worlds that I played, they like Sonic has the spin dash, Tails flies, Knuckles is gliding, and like when you're solving all these puzzles and working with each other, it feels like Sonic. Like they've got rings that you can lose, where you have to like manage who grabs what rings so then people can tank attacks. It was actually very, very fun. So I think if I think that would be like a game night type game. Where like all of us would get together.
Yeah,
and
we do it as
call
a
and
group
play.
thing. I'll try.
But that's what it
like
feels
probably
like.
not a game.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna,
it
like,
seems
play
like a
for
good.
myself.
No. It's not like a play. I mean, I don't think you can play it by yourself. You have to play with other people. Minimum of 2, I think. But yeah, it's like perfect for a Japan Time game night type stream if we were ever gonna do it.
I mean, if we do it, I'll try it. I'm down to try it, but it's like I'm not like you definitely saw it and it's like, yeah, okay, well, it exists. It's like Sonic Rumble with me. Like I'm just not interested in Fall Guys, so I've never
playing that game again.
Isn't it also a weird time to like? Aren't Sonic fans expecting a new Sonic game?
Yes, very much so.
It's a weird time to announce.
Aren't they always?
No, it's the 35th anniversary.
Yes,
so
it's
they
the
should have
35th
been
anniversary.
doing
It's been a while since both Frontiers and Shadow Generation, so it's like this is about the time they would announce something.
I'm assuming they're going to announce something on the 23rd this month, if anything.
Maybe.
On Sonic's birthday.
I mean, there's supposed to be a Sonic Central over the summer, but it's like if you got something big, it makes more sense to announce it during all these things than at a Sonic Central. So either it's that, or they might announce it at the Game Awards or something. Like,
no, why would they not just do it on his actual 35th anniversary?
Because
Sonic Central.
Normally Sega puts it in a stream of something else. They don't really just do a Sonic Central here. I mean, they could.
Maybe they have a bunch of stuff they want to announce for the anniversary.
Stop yapping and show us your meat, or I'm finna crash
there we go.
out.
Let's move on. Thank you.
All right.
I was gonna say I don't know if anyone talked about it, and this is all I'm gonna say. I actually
What are we waiting for?
Huh?
I thought someone was doing something, and that's why we were rapid firing.
No. Yeah, Roger's got it, but Tito, you can go.
Oh, Power Roll is cool. Anyway, go on.
Oh yeah, the 1.0 release. Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I thought that was already out when I saw that. I
all early access.
Already.
All early access 1.0 coming out. Game's fun. Moving on.
Right on.
I have one other thing, but it's not related to anything we're talking about.
Let's hear it.
I played my 2 frontrunners for Game of the Year recently, which are Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight, and I was like, this game is the best game I played this year. That game is incredible. And then
Lego
I played
Batman.
And then I played 007 First Light. That game is really fucking good. It's the best parts of Hitman plus early Assassin's Creed plus Nathan plus Uncharted.
Uncharted, yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a phenomenal playthrough. It's weirdly incredibly replayable. And so I cannot recommend both those games more.
I heard Batman's really good. I haven't heard anything
really
about
fucking
007.
Batman's like barely a Lego game, unironically. Like it's fucking crazy. It's more of an Arkham game than a Lego game.
It is exactly an Arkham game, but it takes the tone of Lego games, which makes it really charming. Like they do this, like so they play through all of the movies. That's like that's not, they don't tell you that, but they play through all the movies all the way through the Batman with Robert Pattinson. So you play through all of the. You said what?
Even like the one with the Riddler.
Yeah, you play. Well, yeah, because the Riddler in that game is Jim Carrey's Riddler. You don't. He's like a side character, just like in the Arkham games, where he's just out and about, like trolling you the whole time. It's really funny, and some of the motifs that they do is like very, very funny. Where like they play the scene where Robin's parents, like, you know, the really dramatic scene where they fall off the trapeze because they're supposed to die.
Oh sure.
Yeah, sure. They don't die. They're perfectly fine, but instead they kick Robin out because he burnt down the circus. And they're just like, and then then Bruce just looks at me and goes, "Do you want to just live with me and it not be weird?" like it's very self-referential, very funny. The voice acting is great. Cannot recommend that game enough. Very fun game. Cool. And 007 is incredible. It felt like the first in a very long series of games that will be very, very, very true. I hope.
I will +1 your 007 as well. I'm about 4 hours in.
Isn't it great?
It's extremely good. But I will the caveat of that is that the 4 hours that I played were at the preview about 2 weeks before it came out, and then they sent over the review copy, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet. So when I do, we will talk about it again on the show. But I am, like I said, in those first 4 hours, I got up through
the first 4 hours of the game.
I believe it was. I did the tutorial in the beginning where you go through his his training.
Yeah.
I did obviously the opening mission with like the orange dome. I did this stuff where in your training mission in like that simulation that's in the burnt out building. I did the gala where you find out like the bad guy essentially.
Yep.
I did that gala mission, and then it stopped after the sequence in the chair, if you know what I'm talking about.
I do, and
Yeah, that's where I stopped.
Okay. Yeah.
It was great. I mean, everything I played of it was really excellent.
Yeah, and the game is weirdly very replayable because depending on what gadgets you bring into each mission, which you can only select before each mission, it determines what you're able to do and what dialogue you're able to get and what like avenue into the building you're able to. It's really, really good. It's really.
Oh, that's super Hitman. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, it's the best parts of Hitman, like the things that like bringing the right tool and like also being really creative, but it's like also the cinematic of Uncharted. And weirdly, Roger, I don't know if you felt this, the combat is addictively fun.
Oh, the combat's great, especially because the fact that like you can utilize the weapons even after you've run out of ammo. So you can do that thing where you like chuck the
pistol at people.
Yeah, right.
You literally just
and then you
throw
go
it at people's
mid-air
head.
to go grab their other weapon after you've chucked it at them. It's great. Yeah,
you can like
it has like a combo flow to it, which I really enjoy.
You punch or you run out of guns. Oh no, okay, you throw the pistol at that guy's head, daze him, go in, punch the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And like the environment is super interactable. Like you can literally like it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, it's excellent. Exactly. I want to, like I said, I want to talk about it more once I've played more. But what I wanted to bring up real quick is we talked about the list of all those games coming out in that group from August 27th to November 3rd.
Man, this list is...
This is the very end of August through September and October in the lead up to
That's the gauntlet of GTA 6.
The gauntlet of GTA 6, right? In order. Residence of Plague Tale, August 27th.
You're not gonna read this whole thing,
Yeah, you're not gonna read
No, I
the
am.
whole
Well,
list,
yeah,
bro.
because there might be stuff that you guys want to talk about as I'm going through it. Just in order. It'll be quick.
Oh.
Star Wars Zero Company, that's that strategy game, August 27th. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, August 28th for Switch 2. Blood of the Dawnwalker. What game is this? Is that the
exactly
one?
Exactly. Keep going.
Okay, good. Orbitals, which is that really cool co-op anime game that got a release date. That looks great. September 3rd.
$40.
Halloween. $40. Halloween, September 8th. Screenbound, September 10th. Wolverine.
That just reminded me of a game that I thought was really cool.
Until Dawn 2.
Oh yeah, Vivarium, the other anime looking game.
The Ghibli looking type game.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see
that game
this.
looks really cute.
What showcase was this in?
Really cool. That was in
Summer Games Fest, right?
Oh, I must have missed
No, that was in Xbox.
Was it in the
Yeah, I thought it was in Xbox.
Oh yeah, it was towards the end of Xbox.
Vivarium, you guys said?
Yeah, Vivarium.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Whoa, I just looked this up.
It's like a comfy like storytelling game where you're inside of like
almost like a snow globe.
You look like you're in a
really.
Ghibli movie.
Almost like a snow globe, yeah.
Whoa.
That's what I was trying to tell you, Roger.
incredible.
The Xbox, they had a lot of stuff at Xbox. Like it's
Well,
nuts.
I watched all of the trailers that I thought were the major trailers. I didn't see this game.
That's what I mean. Like
this looks
like
incredible.
like even just watching all Xbox, there's just so much stuff in there. It was nuts.
Wow.
It's okay. You missed out on the I don't even remember what the name of the game was. That steampunk time travel game.
I
didn't watch it. Clockwork,
whatever something. Yeah.
We've seen like 1,000 times already.
Well, no, but like, my thing with that, and
you mean twice?
Yeah, we've only seen like 2
no,
times.
we've seen it a lot.
No, it's like we saw the first
not
one.
1,000 times, not even close.
The first time we saw it was like very gameplay focused. Then it was like reverse, where like they did gameplay. Like this felt like the first story trailer we got was just story, setting everything up. Most of them have been gameplay up to this point.
Maybe I'm just.
Bro, we've seen that shit max 3 times.
Yeah, it's not been that many
we got
times,
Wolverine.
You know what game we saw
15th?
7,000 times is the RuneScape game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did actually see that RuneScape.
That's
game
the
a
new
lot.
7 Deadly Sins.
Yep. Trine 6 is September 17th.
I can't believe
Warhammer
that's a 6.
40K. The new one is September 17th. Same day as Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Same day as the new Trails remake as well. That's all the exact same day in September. Trails Remake 2. Lego Batman for Switch 2. Dune Awakening. Hot Wheels Infinite Rush. Control Resident is right after that on September 24th.
Now that's a game we saw 10,000 times.
Yeah, we also did see Control Resident a lot. That comes out the same day as Silent Hill Townfall and the day before the new Onimusha game. Then September 29th, we get the new Ace Combat, which looks really good. Super excited about that. Minecraft Dungeons. Rayman Legends Retold is October 1st, same day as Dynasty Warriors. Gears of War E-Day, October 6th. Star Wars Galactic Racer is the same day as Gears of War on October 6th, which, by the way, I saw that game at Summer Game Fest. Star Wars Galactic Racer is incredible. It's got like a full story mode. It's got a full story mode. Graphically, it is so impressive. It is like exactly what you want out of the next pod racer game. It is so good.
That just reminded me of another cool game that we saw that had a cool concept and a big return as well. Stuntman Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Stuntman got announced. That's true. That was very cool.
The trailer was so funny because you're watching. It's like, what is this even gonna be? And then like Knight Rider pops up. They have the car from Death Race.
Dude,
and
I could not believe I missed out on the opening sequence of Fast and Furious. I was like, how did I miss that?
Yeah, after seeing everything else, I realized like, oh wait, it's Fast and Furious.
Yeah. What are the other ones? The Kingdom Hearts native ports we talked about earlier are also the same day. Dragon's Dogma is coming out the day after. Planet Zoo, Castlevania Belmont's Curse. This is the new Castlevania game coming out
really
October
good.
13th.
I'm very excited.
Yep, looks awesome. It also comes out the same day as the Toy Story Retro Roundup that got announced. Now, people were excited about this. I did not know. I was not familiar with Toy Story 3's game. Are any of you?
Yes.
Why were people excited about this game?
Yeah, that game is like genuinely one of the better movie tie-in games of that era. It's like a really solid game, and there's like one of the big reasons is because there's this mode called the Toy Box mode, where it's just kind of a fun creative mode where you can just as the name suggests, you can set up your own toy box and just do a lot of like fun little things in that. So people have a good amount of attachment to that game.
3 days later, we get Tales of Eternia remastered, and then October 22nd, The Gauntlet. Final Fantasy Resonance, the new HD 2D Final Fantasy game. Same day as Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. Same day as One Piece Grand Gourmet, which I said I wasn't going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about very briefly. That game looks awesome.
Dude,
I don't care what anybody says.
Characters?
That game looks great. 400
you can play it right
characters.
now. It's a mobile game.
Cozy game. No, well, it's not out right now. The one that they released earlier is not a One Piece game. It is it's a mobile game that they.
So it's just like One Piece skin over it.
That's One Piece skin, but they turned it into like a full game. Yeah, and it looks so good. Yeah, it's got like 400 different characters in it. I feel like I'm gonna lose a lot of time to this. I've been looking.
I find it very interesting that they decided to focus on pre-time skip.
Well, they only showed pre-time skip for some of them. You clearly see Yamato, Kaido, Big News Morgans.
Oh, really?
There's like some,
yeah,
there's post-time skip characters in there for sure. Even Emu was even in there at one point. So yeah, there's definitely
like
post-time
Blob
skip.
Emu.
Yeah, like Blob Emu. Yeah, I don't think it's Elbaf Emu just yet. I think anything up to where we are in the anime currently was in there. I think Loki was too. Excuse me. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is the
What the hell did you just say?
Call of Duty.
Call of Dogi?
Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 4 comes out same day as One Piece Grand Gourmet, Switch Sports Resort, and Final Fantasy. Then we got, after that, Hello Kitty Party Land. I know you're excited about that one, Coast. We got that coming out the same day.
That's crazy.
Gaming is back, baby.
Phantom Blade Zero is returning alongside Sanrio, same day, October 29th. And then there's no date for, but we know it's coming out in October. That game, No Rest for the Wicked. And then finally, the last game of the Gauntlet of Grand Theft Auto, the final game to stand against Grand Theft Auto on November 3rd, is Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Remastered, which is going to be awesome, actually. That's a great hidden gem of the GameCube era. But that's the very last one. Yep.
Is that a remake or just like a port?
It's a full remastered version. It's not even like really a remake. It's more of like an up-res. Yeah,
I thought they said I thought they used the word remake. No.
Oh, did they? I had to rewatch the trailer if that was the case. I mean, you might be right. Yeah.
Here's the now that you've read this, this doesn't feel like a Gauntlet to me at all.
I mean,
I think it's
games that stand out, but it's just
get out before
there's so many.
I think
games
the standouts here, when you look like week to week, are definitely that run of Fire Emblem. Oh no, excuse me, of Wolverine to Fire Emblem to Control to Gears of War. That little round of 4 is going to be crazy because that's like every single week there's a really major game, and there's obviously big ones in there like Onimusha, Ace Combat, or whatever. But I do feel like Wolverine to Fire Emblem to Control to Gears of War is probably like the big one that people got.
I mean, is Silent Hill not in that too then? If Control's in there?
But no, because Townfall's like an Annapurna. It's not like a full-on Silent Hill. It's not like the next mainline.
Or Onimusha even?
Onimusha looks really good, but I don't think that would be up on the same
Gears of War's
level
on
as
the
those other
6.
four.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I
then
think
you definitely are putting Star Wars in there, right? Like,
I said Star Wars, yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear.
You think I'm playing Gears of War over Galactic Racer? You are out of your damn mind.
Bro doesn't even have an Xbox.
I don't even have an Xbox. I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm playing Galactic Racer on my PC.
Is E-Day
nice and
not
happy
coming
for
to
2 days.
No, E-Day is console exclusive.
Console exclusive.
Okay, I guess I'm not playing E-Day.
What I said earlier, bro. Join the
That
Xbox
seems like
crew
a
today.
fucking insane
Xbox
move.
crew.
Well, it's like so.
I actually don't think it is. I think it's smart.
Yeah, it's something that like very very quickly came up when I have to learn her name, but when she became CEO after Phil Spencer, she instantly went to Asha. Yeah, she instantly went to Twitter and was asking for people's opinions of what they wanted the future Xbox to be. A lot of people said console exclusives, and so I think E-Day and the Clockwork game are the first two where they're going to test it. Like, you want console exclusives, we're going to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
I think it's evident that Phil Spencer was the problem because she's already making moves right now, and Xbox is looking a lot better right now.
Yeah.
A lot part of the Xbox crew.
It really can't be stressed enough.
Phil
that,
Spencer could have never did that.
It really can't be
used to
stressed
have an
enough
Xbox?
that showcase was literally just gameplay.
Yeah,
it was just constant back-to-back gameplay.
Bro,
which
not
is
only was
something
it
that we will never
gameplay,
see.
it wasn't fucking pre-alpha footage for a game coming out in 2028, bro. It was all games coming out relatively
That's what I like
soon.
a lot about the Xbox showcase and the PlayStation State of Play.
Literally the
And
only thing
I got a recognized game. That's all part of the Xbox group.
the only thing that wasn't gameplay was a Persona 6 trailer, but it's Persona 6. Like that was
Yeah.
literally the only
The teaser for the Persona game. We're not
They
getting
also
it
gave
until
us they
2029.
gave us P4R too, so I wasn't
Yeah.
even expecting
Yeah,
another
yeah.
Persona.
That's fine. Other couple quick notes I want to mention before we start wrapping this up. We got the developer finally for Star Fox. It's Valan Studios that made Knockout City. We got the developer announcement today.
It's such a weird.
Well, you were a big fan of that, right, Tito?
Rest in
is Tito
peace.
still here? I was gonna say
I told him
I
that.
love that game.
I told him that, and he said that's one of the worst news he's heard.
Really?
Yeah, that
The
they're-
game looks amazing.
No,
I didn't
not
did you
not
watch
a
the
knock at the
Treehouse?
game. I think it's that they're making
No,
Star
no,
Fox
of
instead of
course.
something else like like Knockout City.
Oh, like a new Knockout City,
Yeah.
of course. And then the other news to come out of this was Rhythm Heaven Groove, right? We got a new
Yes,
trailer for that as
sir.
well. Shofo, I know you were excited about that one. I saw
I was.
that was the opener, and you were like, I'm definitely copping that. So we got that.
Definitely.
There's
we
much
got
more to that game than I thought there was gonna be.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
the-
RPG
they
mode
showed
looks
a lot
so
of the
cool. I want
Treehouse.
to play that one.
They didn't do Fire Emblem at the Treehouse, right?
No,
No, so
I thought
Treehouse
was just Star Fox.
no,
No.
Rhythm Heaven.
It was Star Fox, Rhythm Heaven, and a little bit of Splatoon Raiders.
Yeah, and then they went back to Star Fox to end.
I'm not sold on Splatoon right now. That's like the one that when we were watching through the direct, I was kind of like,
I haven't
falling
been
asleep
sold
a
on
little bit.
Splatoon since Splatoon 1.
That well for me like
But I mean, I like the single player of Splatoon.
yeah,
so
but
I feel like
that's
they
the
should
part
like
for me.
this.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited for Splatoon Raiders because not only is the single player, it's also Salmon Run. It's like a story for Salmon Run, and
It
like
is
that's
kinda,
the parts
yeah.
of Splatoon I really liked. So I'm really excited for Raiders.
Yeah, and then there was one other Nintendo game I'm forgetting that we're gonna talk about.
I don't know. This big remake,
Pretty
maybe?
big.
I don't know.
Yeah, what was oh, that's right. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time getting a remake. The rumors were true. Coming out this year, 2026 release date. They didn't really show any gameplay. They just showed
Yeah, that kind of
in-engine
pissed me off.
I
young
didn't
phones.
I didn't even expect gameplay, and I was still underwhelmed. Like I expected them to at least show Kokiri Village, but
I think
they
you know
did-
what it is.
They played that. All I'm saying, and you guys know who were in this call. Remember that big secrets drop? All I'm saying is, seems like it was pretty much right on track with the music. So
Yeah,
You know
Like,
what it
that
is?
was-
Like coming right off of Kingdom Hearts 4, where we have no idea when that shit is coming out. They didn't even give
so
a
much
release
gameplay,
window. They didn't give a
yeah.
year. They gave us like a full gameplay trailer of that game. We don't know when the fuck it's coming out.
Again,
Ocarina of Time is coming out this year.
part of me
I have a theory
was,
about this, though.
part of me was sullied by it a little bit with the leak again. Like if I
Oh, yeah,
if
for
I
sure.
watched that direct and I didn't know shit about that shit happening, I would have popped off like
Of course.
crazy.
I think a lot of people. I think, to be fair, a lot of the people after this direct probably were like that as well. Where people were like, "Really? They're ending with Zelda? We already know about this." It's like, bro, the game leaked. Like, it's not. That's different. It's a new game. It's a remake of their most acclaimed video game of all time. Like, it's a pretty big deal. Of course, they're gonna end with it. I actually like the art style. I think the art style looks kind of cool. The fact they're going fully realistic. It reminds me of, remember those old fan videos in like the early days of the Wii U for Majora's Mask, where it was that company that makes Kenna now?
Yes.
Yes.
Ember Labs.
It literally looks like that. It looks like they just either got them to do the graphics or
they
tried to emulate
inspired by it.
Maybe
Yeah.
they did. Yeah, or very
them,
inspired by. Maybe they did. Yeah. But that looks very cool. The music.
I want to know
again,
why
was
they're
just
already
unbelievable.
retconning the story.
Oh, with the Triforce, because he doesn't get it
Yeah.
until after he hits.
He doesn't
I
get
think
until
that was
way later.
I think that was meant to be like a little bit of a teaser more than anything
Yeah,
else.
I think
or
that's
a
just
time
kind of
loop thing. I don't.
trailer nonsense.
Yeah, I don't think you're actually going to see that in the actual game. One thing I will say, I do have a theory as to why they didn't show this, which is, this to me was like the big outstanding thing from this direct, is that they didn't do Zelda 40th. And they announced in this direct that there will be another direct at the end of this month for Splatoon that's focused on Splatoon. And then they mentioned that Splatoon is going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con is where all of these companies like Sony, Marvel, whatever. You already know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
This is where all of these companies do their big announcements for the movies, right? They always have their casting announcements, whatever. I think week of San Diego Comic-Con, we're going to get a Zelda 40th direct. And I think in that direct, we're going to get Zelda movie news, Hyrule announced at Epic Universe, and you're going to get a full giant blowout of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I think, and that's also after Star Fox and Rhythm Heaven have come out. We now also have a date for Fire Emblem. I think they wanted to like get that stuff out of the way because they know Zelda's going to overshadow a bunch of stuff. And I do think that's the reason why they didn't do it. I think they're going to do a full Zelda 40th direct probably around the time of San Diego.
I was thinking it's funny how conscious Nintendo is about their IPs and which ones are just going to dominate. Because like whenever they announced Smash, like that E3 that had Smash, their booth was Smash and like one other tiny thing. It was like, let's go Pikachu Eevee, right?
That was it. It was literally Smash.
That was it. It was Smash and Let's Go, and like that was it because they just knew how it was gonna go.
Smash and Pokemon, right? Oh, we didn't even mention the Pokopia DLC. That was cool too. The underwater Pokopia DLC. Yeah, expansion pack coming out for that. That was cool. But yeah, I think that's the reason as to why we didn't see a lot of Zelda. I think we're gonna probably get a dedicated Zelda direct. I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, but this means we have to get a September direct. I don't think so, buddy. I think you get the Splatoon direct. I think you get a Zelda direct. I think that's it for the year. And then I think beginning of next year, January.
For the year. You're saying not for
I don't think we're getting another
fall
mainline
or wow. That would be surprising.
I think because if you look at
with
kind
how
of their
long we
strategy,
had to wait for this direct, I don't think that's surprising at all.
Because
the
last
true.
direct,
Like September
the
last
last
year.
direct since this one was last September.
Yeah.
And they traditionally like to do a September direct, a summer direct, or a January direct. Almost all the time, they always will do. One
Okay,
of the three.
but my thing is like, okay, you're saying like mainline Nintendo Direct, not like
Yes,
game
yeah.
one. Okay.
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
see
just
that.
said I think they're gonna do a Zelda one. Yeah, exactly. Like I think Splatoon is at the end of this month. They'll do a Splatoon direct. They'll probably do that Zelda direct in summer.
Maybe
we'll probably
Mario
get a Fire
direct in,
Emblem
like,
direct.
November or December or something.
Yeah, and then maybe like a Mario direct in November, December, or again they wait until January after everything's released. And then they do their January direct. That's where you announce Mario. That's where you give the release dates for the 2027 stuff, your Xenoblades and things like that. And then you, of course, get the Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day in February. And then there you go. You got 3D Mario and Pokemon, and there's your 2028 already. Or 2027, excuse me.
Gaming's looking good, man. It's a great year for gaming.
Yeah. Like I don't know if we even brought it up on the show at all because we talked about it beforehand. But like this, to me, like I saw it a bunch. Like this was the first time the Summer Games Fest era, like this time period has felt like it's like E3 with all these like all the showcases and how good all of them were.
I mean, this felt like E3 for the first time, I'd say, since pre-COVID. I don't think there's been a grouping of these presentations since 2018. I think the last big one probably would have been that year with Smash Ultimate, because that was what Smash Ultimate, God of War. What else was 2018?
Yeah,
that was a lot. I mean, that was a good E3 year. It was a lot of good stuff.
No, Last of Us was 2020. But
that was and that was also the year where it was like lead up to Rebirth, right? Because Rebirth was 2020.
Yeah.
So like or not Rebirth, excuse me, Remake. So there was like that was the first time you ever got to play Remake.
We're all eating. Everyone's
yeah. This was a really, really good one. Whether you're PC, PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox, or all of them, you got some good games to play, man. Got to start saving your pennies now.
Xbox 2. Xbox 3. We the Xbox crew.
We the fucking Xbox
I gotta say, we started.
Crew. And I can say that
we started
for the first time in a fucking decade. It feels like. Let's go.
Okay, well, don't go too far.
No, this is my time. This is my time.
Now let him cook.
In the Xbox Direct, when they opened, Asha was like, "Here's the 25th anniversary of Xbox, and here's the 25 more years." And I'm like, the audacity to think that you have 25 years.
25 more years. I mean, I don't know. Microsoft's got money. I think they can keep it going as long as they want.
We will see.
As long as it's not a money pit. We will see, though. And you will see us 2 weeks from Monday.
Oh,
so we're
really
not gonna have
quick
a show
before we wrap up.
Yes.
The next show, we will be talking about the anime that we are watching for Anime Club or on the Movement of the Earth.
Excellent. Good.
So make sure you guys are all caught up with that if you want to listen in on that discussion. And we will also be deciding on the next one at that time as well.
Yeah. Also, we should clarify, now that I'm looking at this, we actually do not have a show in 2 weeks. Because me and Fidel are doing something and we're going to be busy and we are not going to be available on the Monday or Tuesday. So
why does Fidel being available matter?
What I was going to say is that week is actually Evo. So that'll be our Evo show. So for any of us that are at Evo this year, we could record a show.
Are most of us going to Evo?
I've said multiple times I'm not.
Yeah, Virum's not going.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
Yeah. Virum's not going. I'll be going.
Because I didn't go to I didn't go to Chicago, but that's because that way I can make sure I can go.
Right, you're going to Evo. Are you going to Evo, Shofo?
I don't know yet.
Okay, probably.
You can.
So
technically, that ticket is paid for. If you want to go, that's 5. You can.
Good ticket.
I'm saying you have.
Oh, right, from the travel from Chicago. That's right. You have.
So you have that.
That's
flight.
exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can use that flight to.
I mean,
that's smart. You should use that for Evo.
That's literally nothing. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could.
Yeah, that would cover everything. You get like a first class flight. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
First class flight for 40 minutes, bro.
You might as well.
I might as well not.
Okay. But yeah, so we actually will not have a show in 2 weeks. But like you said, Coast, yeah, we are going to do the anime club during that. Also, have we decided officially on what the game club is going to be?
Thank you, because I'm about to go to that. So the game club,
yes.
the winner from the poll. No, the winner from the poll.
Yo, I'm really sick of you, man.
Is Kirby 64, art by Raphael. Okay. So Kirby 64 is the next.
That's not as good as Ninjala.
I don't know, man. Crystal Shards is kind of clean.
Also, Crystal Shards is a very easy play, so I'm down with that.
Perfect. You know where to tune into. I'll be streaming it on this channel.
Let's go.
As the one person who probably hasn't played it and is going through it blind, you know how it is. Same with XD. It's gonna be. I don't know what days will happen when it happens. XD, yeah, I did.
Sorry,
because you
were the MVP of the playthrough, man.
Yeah.
Let's go!
MVP.
Let's go! Wait, hold on. Where is it? I have it. Wait. No. Fuck, it's too late.
Well, it's all good. Either way, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Found it.
There will be lots of.
Okay.
There will be a lot of stuff up on the Japan Time channel in the meantime, though, even though it's going to be a little bit of a wait until the next show. You got lots of stuff. We've got some Chicago stuff on the way. McDareth, what's currently cooking up in the background in terms of upcoming videos?
So we got good amount. So the top 10 video game protagonists is still being worked on.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, we gotta do top.
It's been like 500 years, so I'll do a after hours too.
Okay, nice. After hours coming up. We got top 10 anime protagonists, hasn't been started. We got the retro video game hunt from Japan. We have to start working on the Chicago vlog. Like there's a lot.
I don't know when I'm gonna start, but that'll be up soon.
And we still
I gotta
have
do all these reactions
videos, because we have the reaction for the Nintendo Direct today. We got the reaction for Xbox, which we're actually gonna do a video on it for once because it was good. Enough of us reacted. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna be coming up on the channel.
Right on. Well, thank you all once again for listening. Stay tuned if you want to hear Coast's giant theory about Xenoblade Genesis. We'll be going over that in the after hours. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and we will talk to you guys later.
Show still sucks.